If you wanted to fix things in America right now, I think everybody could agree that we should
start over.
Well, that for sure, but everybody, I think, Republican, Democrat, Independent, could agree that we should take a long, hard look at everything that the Bush administration was up to,
And
then we
say
can all
none
just
of that.
See if there's anything about it. Of course, there's nothing. Nobody's even mentioning anything
This
about
is
Hu
not
Jintao.
even being talked about.
That's crazy.
He might as well not even exist, apparently.
I did see somebody made a meme of that with Elon Musk's face on Xi Jinping's and Parag Agarwal's face on Hu Jintao. But yeah, you can make some good. I mean, that seriously, like, I don't think I've seen that energy. Not in my lifetime, but the only other time I've ever seen that energy is in the photos where Stalin would have people just like edited out of pictures.
Just edit the history. All right, let's see.
Yeah, and you can do that even better today.
Yeah.
Do you think the Chinese Communist Party is going to like digitally edit that to put like Winnie the Pooh's face on Hu Jintao or some shit?
I don't think images of Winnie the Pooh are even allowed in China.
But if the propaganda can associate Winnie the Pooh with Hu Jintao, maybe they can convince everyone that's what it was.
Maybe
I
can be like it was always about Hu Jintao. Yeah. Nobody ever said Xi Jinping looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. People only talk about how handsome he is.
That's exactly right. Are we good?
I
think we're good.
Because like they've managed to kind of in Russia, they kind of managed to turn Putin into a sex symbol. As weird as that is, have they done that with Xi Jinping in China? Is
not
he considered?
That I know of.
So he's not like considered the like. I mean, he's not an attractive person. Like,
well, he doesn't go around with his shirt off on a horse or anything like
right.
that. I think he tries to look like a respectable,
dignified
statesman,
right?
As opposed to Putin, who's always like the rugged badass or whatever,
right? But I mean, it isn't uncommon in authoritarian systems for them to promote the leader as like the paragon of attractiveness.
Oh yeah,
isn't that a thing in Turkmenistan?
I mean, they'd say that dude. They whatever. Just everything about him is how you want to be. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. How
I can't believe you don't have to know how to turn on your turn signal, but you have to know like about the horse he got when he was like 6 in order to get a driver's license. What?
It's important, Alex.
That's important to driving.
We can't just dole out driver's license to anybody who doesn't have sufficient horse knowledge.
Well, I mean, if you don't know, like, where he was born and what school he went to, how could you possibly drive a car?
How attractive do you think Kim Jong-un forces the people of North Korea to say he is?
It's a great question. I don't know.
Because there's a lot of cheese angle.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I was under the impression that Kim Jong-un did that.
Yeah, I thought
that was more Kim Jong-il's thing.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il.
It seemed like a family thing, though. Like, I mean, is that...
I don't think Kim Il-sung did that, but then that was a long time ago. Maybe they did things different back then.
Yeah, and I mean, and then like the kind of things you would do in like the 50s and 60s to portray yourself as being super attractive, we might not even recognize as being that anymore.
Well, I thought Kim Il-sung's thing was that he basically tried to portray himself as a god.
Yeah, he didn't poop pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
And then Kim Jong-il was all wannabe Hollywood, so he was more into the conventional
I don't know what image Kim Jong-un tries to portray, I guess.
Besides
Because
hungry?
He just
he like he'll go outside
looking
and, like,
in the distance.
he'll go outside in like a sweat-stained wife beater. Like I just like I don't know.
Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. I'm just.
This is my big.
You said you had something important to tell me? I hope it's not about Chris wanting me to join his operation, because I already told him that's not happening. See what he puts.
What blows my mind about this is that this guy's supposed to be part of that team that we saw, like giving him Chris backup in the main campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And in Resident Evil 6, Ulysses, that's the one campaign that we did play all the way
Yes,
through.
I remember that.
That campaign is literally about how he can't stop getting entire like groups of people killed. And yet somehow these guys have been alive for the 16 years between the main game and this DLC.
Well, maybe he figured it
I don't
out.
believe that.
Hey,
Did you finally figure it out?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man.
look at me.
I don't know.
You are not
'Cause, well, like when they did this team of characters, right? Like they were all new characters we hadn't seen before. Like
Right.
they didn't have like Shiva from 5
No,
be
no.
one of the, which made me think that they were all going to be killed off again. Like how many times is he going to get just like a specific group of 5 archetype soldiers all killed off?
Shit, he should have been in that one Halo game.
About what?
I mean, shit, Resident Evil 6 was already pretty much a Halo game.
Yeah, well, the story was still better.
Hey,
The story in 6 was still better.
my friends.
Well, I mean, yeah, Halo's pretty unoriginal.
Yeah. It's sort of every sci-fi trope just kind of smushed together.
Alex, what's your knowledge on Halo? Like, how much do you know about what that is?
Never really got into Halo. I played 2 a little bit back in the day.
I think that's the best one.
Okay.
Personally, I actually liked 2, and I'm generally not a fan of the franchise.
Okay.
outside
I
of
never like. I think 2 was fine, but I never got invested in it or anything like it. I wasn't running out to play any of the other
Yeah.
games afterwards or anything.
Well, they're just like Call of Duty back then. They kind of those were like the first like. They weren't live service games, but they were the games that really kind of, I feel like, got the industry to want to run in that direction later.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think I only played the first one.
However,
And, like, it was alright, but the level design kind of sucked.
Yeah, the level design is not great.
So
Even in 2, I
yeah.
wouldn't say it's like a great level design. It's just, I think, a more fun story. Well, 2 is, so 1 is just, most of them are just like either Master Chief or another human. But 2 is the one where you play as one of the aliens, like actual aliens, and it's Keith David. That's like the main thing I think that made me like that one more than.
of the purifying crystal.
And, of course, it's the most reviled one in the franchise by the truth.
I think, is this guy giving her like a sales pitch for Goop?
Your
Purifying crystals? And
connection will allow you to.
this sounds like a Gwyneth Paltrow product, the way everything he's saying.
That sounds crazy. You sound.
I'm not buying your Jade Rocks.
Yes, Rose, but not.
They won't explode like the pussy candles. It's okay.
through somebody else's memories.
You really think?
Could you imagine getting third-degree
Gwyneth Paltrow
burns from
thinks it can work. What's up?
Imagine getting third-degree burns from an exploding pussy candle.
People did.
So, yeah, some people's houses burned down.
Can you imagine getting sunburned because you were doing perennial sun tanning?
I don't know.
Sunburn on my ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know
penis
that's
hide
a thing,
your
right?
ass.
No, I know it is, but
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean,
no.
that's what happens to people that do it. Because
Really?
Well, yeah,
I
because they're
know.
opening up their butt
Yeah.
and pointing it at the sun.
Your
sun don't shine up there
Tinder,
for-
yeah, I was going to say, your Tinder ass hasn't been exposed to UV rays very often.
So you gotta toughen it up, I guess. Does anybody like put suntan up their asshole? Like,
I'm sure does. Somebody must.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
I can't imagine the pain of having a sunburned asshole. I can't even imagine.
it's not something I want to experience. So.
Sunburned asshole.
She's definitely Ew, something just moved on her hand.
It's like 12 other, like, well, she's supposed to be 16. These girls mocking her sound like they're more like 11 or 12.
She got held back too.
And they're memories, I suppose, but.
That's what the goop was thinking about?
Oh, that was all just insults by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
What about that rack of lipstick though? Can we see what kinds they
Where
got?
are you?
Rack of
Hey!
You
lipstick.
didn't see that?
This...
I don't know, let's just look around in this office. We'll go see.
Maybe they're
I think they're
colored markers.
I think they're test tubes.
For lipstick?
For something. Yeah, turn around. It's,
there.
there.
There, see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like vials.
Of lipstick.
No, they look like blood.
Blood lipstick?
Maybe.
Blood vials.
Yes, vials of blood lipstick. I know they're in vials, Sage.
Oh my gosh. See, Miranda's research claims the megamycete preserves the memories of people who passed away within its area of influence, absorbing them into its own vast consciousness. We also know, based on our previous encounters with the mold, that people who are contaminated with the megamycete are connected in a kind of mold network. Sure, Resident Evil, that's science. If we extrapolate from this, we can surmise that subjects with a strong affinity to the megamycete should be able to use the network to connect to the memories of the dead within. It should be possible to verify this theory using the lab megamycete sample we collected 16 years ago. We just need a suitable subject with a proof connection to the mold. Fortunately, this presents a problem. Our organization's policies prevent us from directly contacting civilians who are infected. Certainly, the ethical reasoning is understandable, but it has rendered the confirmation of this theory impossible. It pains me to think of how much mankind could stand to benefit from this preservation of and indexing of human consciousness. Yep, sounds like a sane, well-adjusted person that wants to spend their time on this.
So basically, it's like the humongous fungus, but in people.
Yeah.
All right.
Humongous fungus.
You don't know about the humongous fungus?
I guess not.
It's the largest single organism on Earth.
Oh, I do know. The
Okay.
Pando or whatever.
Panda.
We are...
Isn't that the name of it?
No, I think it's something else.
They're like quaking birches or whatever. Like it's like a...
You referring to?
It's like a whole forest kind of that's all one interconnected cloning
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're talking about. I think its name is Pando.
Is it?
It's in like Utah or something.
It's not in Utah. I think it's more like in Washington or Oregon or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. It's like it looks like trees, but it's actually like one
next if I'm not
connected
quick.
organism.
I need to get that crystal. Gotta get that crystal.
Gotta get that crystal.
Start tweaking.
Tweaking in the moonlight.
Have you ever tweaked with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah, she's still got all her teeth, but not for long.
Yeah, we gotta find crystal methane, guys.
Whatever happened to those Faces of Meth posters? I liked those.
I don't know. Those are probably considered...
The sequel was too scary to release. They stopped doing them.
So gross.
Oh, it's a big
What
pile
is
of
this?
like shit.
Yeah, somebody had to go.
There's the outhouse disaster at the top of that hill.
Somebody was trying to make it to the bathroom. They did not succeed.
Is someone there?
Dangerous here.
Why are we in a
What
dungeon
is?
anyway?
Why?
We're in the like.
Oh, is this okay?
Yeah, we basically immediately went into it.
Alright.
I think part of the reason that they went with this idea is that kind of the whole concept of this, like taking place 16 years later. I guarantee you, the actual Resident Evil 9 is not going to take place 16 years later. It's going to take place like immediately after 8, and it's going to be probably got something to do with the corrupt BSAA that we got kind of brought up near the end. At least that would be my guess anyway.
Where do you think we're going next?
Ooh, I look location wise.
Location, space would be good.
Yeah, works for Jason X.
A lot of space horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Resident Evil.
They've never been to space.
They've never been to space. I wonder how that would work. Wonder if that would work. I was thinking like do something with like Mexican folklore and do something set in like Mexico.
That'd
maybe.
be cool.
They've never done that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Hopefully it'll be a bit more respectful than Resident Evil 5 was with Africa.
I mean, I'm just waiting for them to remake 5, honestly.
To create art, simply add to the rabbits' carcasses. Decay is not an issue. Spruce them up with a bit of makeup. It makes them seem more alive. Maybe it was lipstick. Yeah, it's for the dead rabbits.
Yeah, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah.
Would you fuck me? Just Bugs Bunny in his drag outfit looking in the mirror.
I'd fuck me.
Bugs, Bill.
Bugs Bill.
just Elmer Fudd at the bottom of a well.
He puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, put on the lotion, Doc.
Cool. Got it. Got the key.
Why haven't they
They're
done...
shitting. The ceiling's just pooping on us.
God damn it, I hate when the ceiling has diarrhea.
Need to get in on a better diet, dude.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Cities don't live on chicken wings alone.
What were you about to say, Alex?
Why haven't they done a Looney Tunes Science of the Lambs parody?
Why do you think they haven't done that?
I don't
But
know.
like Robot Chicken or something like that, you'd think that
Yeah,
that would
I
be
guess
a
that would
skit.
work.
You'd think someone would
I
have
thought you
made
meant
that.
Why hasn't Looney Tunes done
Oh,
it?
well.
The Lambs parody.
I mean, they might, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd watch it.
Looney Tunes does some weird stuff.
Bugs Bunny killed a guy for coughing while he was playing piano in in an old skit. So
Yeah, well, that's understandable.
I saw a pretty messed up clip of an old Looney Tunes cartoon of Bugs Bunny being on the frontier shooting racial stereotypes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's been around so long.
I mean, I
Yeah,
know
right.
there was plenty of racist shit back then. I didn't know Bugs Bunny was shooting them, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be like on the frontier shooting Native Americans,
Right,
so kind of doing the
Thank you.
cowboy thing or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's another S.
Oh.
They showed that in the trailer, and my thought
There
when
can
I saw
only
that,
be one.
well, my thought was that
Oh,
maybe
man.
that's not
We get
that's
some
not her, but
Highlander.
it's like Evelyn
Oh, sure.
pretending like that, but she's like she's I don't know, looking like her for I don't know
Evelyn
what
or
reason,
Evil
but-
Lynn?
Huh? Evil Evelyn. Pretty clever name, right? No. Well, this whole time you were Evelyn.
I thought you were Evelyn.
Dude, I love Robot Chicken
Skeletor?
Skeletor.
Oh, it's so
like,
good.
like I don't care for He-Man in general as a property. Like I have
Well, no, it's
no
stupid.
love for or attachment for it. But I love
Skeletor
Robot
and
Chicken.
Robot Chicken.
Yeah, Robot Chicken.
I wish they would
Skeletor.
just embrace that version of Skeletor.
and have him be the Skeletor that's in the
Yeah,
actual
dude.
show.
Well, you mean the live action show?
They got live action He-Man?
Yeah.
There was a
know they
live
made
action
that-
movie in like the 90s.
I know.
Well,
I know
wait,
they made
sorry,
that.
that was a newer animated.
Yeah,
show.
it was
I
a
saw
show.
that.
Kevin Smith made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I didn't watch it. People complained.
I
Michael
heard it
didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
mean,
did
I-
they kill He-Man off in like episode 2?
I don't think they kill him off, but they like take him out of the picture so that he's not like.
Granted, I don't
in it,
particularly care if they kill He-Man. But
No, I don't either. I don't either. I don't. Yo, afternoon tune.
What's up?
What's
What
up?
is up? Good evening. Mine was pretty good. I ended it playing Silent Hill.
Nice.
The fuck?
Did you all? No, I don't think any of us did costumes.
Nah.
No,
Man,
no.
drowning.
I kinda-
that's a bad way to go.
Kind of stopped doing Halloween costumes.
Like like if I have a fun enough idea, I would do it if I had a lot of money to do like really really good costumes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't even want to. But I just. Yeah.
Hey.
I just feel like I used to fly a little too close to the sun. Like,
Need to open the gate.
All right.
I'm just too lazy to do it.
yeah. The last time I dressed up, I was Jeb Bush because that was a really easy costume. to do.
Did you have, I
the
forget,
turtles in your pocket.
No, I didn't have any turtles. It was
Well,
kind of
what
like
the fuck,
it was like a
Alex?
last minute. It was like a last minute thing.
God, I think the last thing I'm trying to. I think it was 2 years ago. I did the Splicer from BioShock.
Oh no, I was Canadian the last time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm just
Canadian.
Yeah, I was just Canadian.
Oh yeah, what was
Nice.
your costume, man? Yeah, or what did you and your co-host do? Oh, there's just like dead roses everywhere.
Oh, shit.
It's just like a ton of her.
So many
Okay.
bodies.
They're all you.
You're coming from inside the house.
Oh, we're not doing so hot.
Oh no.
That's a bad
Well,
game.
that one isn't.
We got cobwebs on our face or something.
The Squid
Squid
Game
Game
player and my
player.
co-host Matt Murdoch.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Cool.
I've got the somewhere up on the shelf behind me. I've got the red Daredevil glasses.
Hello, cat. Is it clingy time? Oh, there goes another one.
Now just listening to ourselves scream and seeing our own dead bodies and
It's
just
all over the place.
it's
That's
interesting
pretty hellish.
Good game player is pretty low effort.
Yeah, it is.
for sure.
Well, I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Sometimes simple is better, especially like you know, people do
That
more
guy's sucking our
complicated and
face.
impressive
Yeah, she.
costumes, but like you get those big masks
Did you
on.
see
You
this?
know,
He
it
took
gets
all
so
the
hot.
Play-Doh snakes out of our
Yeah,
shit.
he sucked our whole face, dude.
Try to do a couple costume. Oh, cool.
Cool.
Do you have any ideas in mind already? I've always thought it would be fun to do Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas, but like do like an actual again if I had like money.
Black and Asian team-ups.
Black and Asian team up like characters where like you got one of each ethnicity.
Rush Hour?
It's a bit.
It hasn't aged.
It hasn't aged super well, but that does exist. That does exist.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying that it's the best option. It was just what I could think of.
It just does happen to exist. Yeah. I feel like that's a really easy. Like, I feel like I should know more of those that for some reason aren't coming to mind right now.
If you want to do historical stuff, wasn't there that Yasuke guy? Wasn't
Yeah,
he,
that's cool.
a retainer of.
Oh, you talking about the Black
Was
Samurai?
was it Nobunaga? I know
thought
for
it
sure
was.
one of the major daimyo lords in samurai history. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's okay. So yeah, well, there's one
The guy
historical
that
one.
black Afro Samurai is based.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they also made
that could
an
work.
anime based on that too.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually called Yasuke and the Black Samurai.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then on top of that, there's Afro Samurai.
Right.
Oh, Han and Ludacris. I hope you get a. Oh, there's a little magic words. John Lennon's helping. It's John Lennon. I'm pretty sure. It's John Lennon.
Are we going to go back
Just
in time
imagine, dude.
and take a bullet for him?
No, that's that's just we'd be messing with the timeline. Yeah, Han and Ludacris. I hope you get like a space Pontiac for part of the costume.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, have you seen? You didn't see the last one, did you?
No, I haven't seen it.
They went to space in a space Pontiac. Alex, if you want to take the reins for a moment.
Yep. Chocolate rain.
God, that's so weird. That basically is the same piece of music. Oh no, somebody's texting us through the floor.
Where are you?
You up?
Y'all seen Terrifier 2? I have not.
No.
What's Terrifier 2 about?
Never mind. Yes.
What is happening here?
God, be consistent. Just pick a single medium to write your magic words on.
Go while you can. Okay, interesting.
Not
What's it
until
about?
I get this
I haven't
out
heard
of
of
my
the
body.
Terrifier
There's a crystal here
series,
that
I
will
guess.
remove the mold.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know there was this first one. It's about a
Okay.
killer clown. Okay,
And I'm not leaving until
It's always
I
a
do.
good motif.
like a John Wayne Gacy kind of killer clown, or
Like
killer
an
clowns
It
from space
or,
kind of clowns.
Who
Yeah.
are you? My guardian angel? Do you?
Oh God, this is going to be It's a Wonderful Life.
If you're an angel, then
I don't know, man. It's coming off a little bit like Harry
Gabriel,
Potter.
Michael.
It's the crossover that nobody asked for.
Great.
I know of Terrifier. I've not watched the first one. Nadia sister
What now?
kept asking me if I'd
Serial
seen it,
killer,
and I-
sadistic killer clown who is supernatural. Okay, so like Pennywise.
It vibes, yeah.
Yeah.
Move.
Alright.
Explore your surroundings, Sage.
What if I don't want to?
Why aren't you exploring?
What if I don't want to explore?
Why do you just sit on your ass all day?
Here we have
I sit on my ass exploring.
Here we have a.
You're exploring your ass?
I didn't say I was exploring my ass. I'm just on my ass when I explore.
Don't get a sunburn, dude.
Don't get a sunburn on that ass.
People vomited
vomit.
after seeing the movie. Why is that?
It's just because it's so gory.
Is it because of the gore? All right.
I know that in Ulysses, you remember that Western kind of horror movie that we watched. It had like Matthew Fox and Kurt Russell. And,
well, you were talking about Bone Tomahawk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the like
911 had to be called, damn.
Damn, Jesus, all right. Do you remember that one? There was a particular like kill in that movie that I was like, that would like stick in people's minds.
I think I do.
There's like that, I think, in Terrifier, except it's like from the like front side perspective,
okay.
so it's like even more fucked up looking.
Is that the Joker?
Yeah, it's the Joker. I believe
it did sound like Mark Hamill Joker.
I believe it's the Duke. Well, not the real Duke, but some version of him that exists in this weird mold consciousness network that we're inside of.
What's Duke Ellington doing here?
Not that Duke.
Looks like we caught another.
Oh, it's that dude.
You do not remember who the Duke was?
Yeah, that's the dude.
Lively now.
No,
God, he was the fat guy, yeah.
Y'all don't watch
One Piece? No, none of us. I don't think I've never seen an episode at
I haven't
all.
watched any, no.
Like, I've never even, like, caught some of it, really.
I know it exists. And I guess it has pirates in it. That's all I know.
I know there's pirates in it, yeah. That's kind of... I don't know much. Oh, man.
Weird.
You guys opened the cello drain.
At least we found the source of the diarrhea.
Oh, shit, that's the crystal Methany. She gotta get that crystal.
Who's this?
I watched 1,087 episodes before Saturday.
Oh, God.
I actually don't think that's literally not possible.
How long are the episodes? 30 minutes? 20 minutes?
I assume 20. I guess I don't know, but I'm assuming
Yeah, there's
20.
not enough hours in the day.
Plus, aren't there, like, multiple movies?
Probably,
too,
yeah.
And, like, although I don't know, one thing I do know about a lot of older anime is that a lot of the movies are not like actually canon to the series. Dragon Ball Z is like that. Where there's a bunch of movies and none of them are canon.
Oh, shit.
All right, now the ceiling's just giving birth.
Yeah.
Episode 48 still got quite a ways to go. It looks.
Alternatively, the shit is becoming alive.
20th the way there, man.
So that's got to be Ethan, right? Like,
Hawk?
Yep. Need weapon.
That's got her
Tony
Ethan
Hawk?
Winters.
Seriously?
Tony Hawk? Did you say Tony Hawk?
Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't it be Tony Hawk?
Clearly, this is Tony
Just
Hawk.
clips on those zombies.
Yeah, dude. He's tell you.
I mean, I'd play that game.
It would actually be cool to ride around on a skateboard inside of this castle.
I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like you wouldn't have a lot of room to maneuver very well.
You go down the banisters.
You could probably skateboard off of Lady D.
You could skateboard across the curvature of her ass.
Oh, that's a pretty good costume.
Tony Hawk is
You
Larry
could do a
David.
half decent Larry David costume for sure.
Wow, that was annoying.
So that's
Larry David Bernie Sanders was the best SNL since Tina Fey, Sarah Palin for sure.
In Texas, they give guns to 8-year-olds.
Yeah,
So
at 16, you better not have
she
used
should
a
have a
gun.
rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
Yeah, she should have she should have brought one here.
Yeah, they slap your ass in the hospital and put a gun in your hand.
I heard slap your ass with a gun.
The doctor's just got a gun. Just
He pistol whips your ass and then gives it to you. Oh shit! Get that crystal
Seems to be
meth.
the crystal.
The crystal.
Oh shit, that looks like good crystal, dude.
Yeah, it's like
That's like that Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
game.
But it's also glowing.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta collect masks like in the main game in the
Why do they have
castle.
crosshairs for faces?
Because the mask sticks in
It's like
in those spots.
It's like how many indentations?
You sure it's not a Cyclops?
Maybe.
I mean, why is the one got the 3 on it then?
Well,
It's a Triclops.
It's a try.
Yeah, it's you with all your Biclops privilege.
Watching One Piece because another movie is coming out this week.
Oh my God, there's another movie.
Oh wow.
Then they called the name of the movie is another movie. That really tells you they've made a lot of them.
Is that a sphincter?
Some sort of red glowing sphincter.
Maybe that's where the diarrhea is coming from.
Oh, there seem to be. Those are kind of everywhere. Some of them up there.
That's where the monsters come out of those things.
All right.
So you weren't too wrong about being shit.
All right. Well, we need a key to do that.
Good old Resident Evil keys. Always as goofy as possible. It's like every single house.
That looks like you could probably just untie it. There's not even a lock on it.
Is every single mansion in Resident Evil owned by like a comical supervillain?
Sci-fi fans.
I don't know. Anime fans are pretty awful too.
But I think anime fans might be more obnoxious generally, but I think the sci-fi fans are more toxic.
I think
as far as like
fans are more
flipping
condescending.
Shit. Yeah.
And,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely more condescending for sure.
But anime fans, I think, are more gross.
Yeah,
well, that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're talking about like toxic, like people who are just so
Are
into...
you a woman? Because anime fans are going to be a lot more toxic.
Yeah, I mean that's probably true. All I know is like it's the sci-fi fans who like melt down and will start attacking like the creators and trying to ruin their lives for making like a movie they didn't like.
Oh, I know they're also super gatekeepy.
Yep.
They also are like very like sort of authoritarian in a weird way, where like if Asimov wrote something, you got to take it as gospel that it's like the best sci-fi concept ever.
Right.
And if anybody criticizes it, they must be an idiot.
Right.
QT, the most famous person with
Quentin Tarantino? Probably. I mean, everybody knows that he does.
At least that makes it as obvious as he does, I suppose. I mean, I'm sure there are other famous people who have one. They're just not.
There are not a lot of them that make a focus on that.
Has Tarantino because he might count.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, possible.
Tarantino's never like come out and said he had a foot fetish, right?
Oh,
it's just very obvious.
Yeah.
No, it's just very obvious from what he makes.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know of anybody.
Well, his own character that he played in what's the one with George Clooney with the vampires? He's literally his own character he plays in that movie. Quentin Tarantino is like staring at the chick's feet, like the character he's playing is like obsessing over her feet.
That wasn't in the script.
Or like,
probably.
I mean, in Pulp Fiction, like just like
the
whole foot massage thing is like, is that a sexual thing? Like, oh yeah. But I don't know of any other celebrities that have ever made it abundantly obvious that they have a foot fetish. People say that about Dan Snyder, but Dan Snyder's also probably a pedophile.
Ew.
So, like, he's the guy who made, like, iCarly and stuff on Nickelodeon. He's it's kind of...
That's suspicious, yeah.
Open secret, but...
Better feet?
Yeah, what? Yeah. We'll have Sage read it when he comes back, but I'm assuming you're talking... Yeah, that would be...
I think I know what
I don't understand that. Yeah, how could you watch Selma Hayek dance and just be like, look at those feet?
I mean, if feet is your thing, that's how,
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Where was that door? Where's that door again? That had.
I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention.
Oh, okay.
I just know that there's sphincters and that there's Cyclops. That's all I got out of this game.
Okay. I think I shouldn't have left this room. I just started wandering. Yeah, there's the door. So we have the bolt cutters now.
Oh, that makes sense. Feet are weird.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I actually think feet are pretty gross.
He really likes Hobbit feet, though. He likes some hairy feet,
Sure.
And gnome feet.
Sure.
What is a weird body part to you?
I mean, I would agree. I think feet. I guess I don't think any body parts are like. I think feet are kind of gross.
They're functional though.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say they're
human feet
weird.
kind of suck.
Yeah,
they're not designed right because they're not being used for what they evolved for, and and then they just kind of got mangled by our evolution to walk upright.
Right.
Our feet should look like fucking.
Well, we should have long toes like apes so that we can hang upside down by them. But.
And since we're ground animals now, ideally we should have like bird feet or dog feet or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Something that's actually built for like fucking long distance travel. But,
right. I mean, but we are the only creatures on Earth that like falling is the perpetual state that we're in. And, like when you're walking, you're falling forward.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, apes just weren't designed to not have their feet,
I
their
literally came here to
hands also helping them walk. Like, but.
And most other two-legged animals have tails to balance that shit out.
Right.
We don't.
Fine.
Yeah, unless you have one of those vestigial ones.
That ain't good shit for you.
No, because they're not that long.
No.
Just weird flesh. That's a weird body part if you have a vestigial tail. That's strange.
But he probably meant more of like what's a weird like body part that most people have, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's a weird body part?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just cut the chain and went out the doors. That's basically it. Yeah, I don't know.
Appendix.
What's a weird body part to us?
Yeah, like what do we think are like body parts that we? Kneecaps are kind of weird.
That's true.
Like the way they look and move and
how fragile they are.
Yeah, kneecaps are a little strange. I don't know. It's hard as a human being to be like, oh, these are weird bodies.
because we're
like,
kind of used to our dumb design at this point.
Like when you ask, I think of like other animals, like other weird, like a cloaca.
Yeah.
Yeah, cloaca is strange.
Or like sheep.
I mean, buttholes are kind of weird. You know?
What? Buttholes are weird?
Buttholes are kind of weird.
But also like sheep, how they have those rectangular, like fucking
hitting your shin definitely sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I'd still rather hit my shin than stub my toe.
Oh, I'd hate to stub my
toe
butt.
is the worst. Yeah, it'd be bad to stub your butt.
Yeah, I would be good.
Would you rather stub your toe or get kicked in the balls?
I'd rather stub my toe.
Stub my toe.
Yeah.
They can recover from that relatively quickly.
What if you stub your toe
so hard your
on
toe
your
comes
balls?
off?
Yeah.
You stub your toe. Are you kicking yourself in the balls? Like, what's happening? Rather stub my toe. Oh yeah, definitely.
I remember in middle school, I got hit in the balls with a soccer ball once.
Ouch.
And that put me on the ground for like 4 or 5 minutes before I was even like got up and like stumbled around. That's the hardest I've ever been.
Why are our balls so
Because it's a competition.
Well, it's a temperature.
Yeah,
thing.
it's actually because sperm needs a cooler temperature than the rest of your body provides in order to be viable. And so the testicles on most male creatures are kind of extended to provide, that kind of cooling factor.
These guys take quite a few shots to put down.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird quirk of mammals.
Yeah.
Why the sperm wouldn't be able to survive at body temperature is a little strange.
I mean, I think it would, it just wouldn't be as effective.
Sure.
Like, more of it survives and is capable of fertilizing an egg when it's cooler, so we've evolved to be that over time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have to assume that evolved pretty early in the evolution of land creatures.
Well, just the fact that, I mean, like, I don't know, all you gotta do is see a dog walking around to know that, like, an earlier point in evolution has to be the case. Because sometimes dogs have big hanging nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they generally do, unless they've been
neutered.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you committing a form of abortion by jerking into a tissue? I mean,
mass
arguably,
murder, I say.
Yeah, genocide.
Yeah, just full-on genocide. Spermicide.
Yeah. Any woman who regularly masturbates is a serial killer. Any man who regularly masturbates is...
genocidal maniac.
Yeah.
Well, women don't be dropping eggs during
No, but
process.
presumably if they're masturbating instead of having reproductive sex, then the eggs are still getting wasted.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, every period is what does it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's why it's like weird to draw all those lines and everything like that.
What am I supposed to do with this thing?
Yes.
Try to decide where life starts.
focus.
I think at this point I have probably killed more people than Stalin. A lot of dudes have, if you want to go that way.
And Stalin had a gimpy arm, so I think you can assume that he wasn't too much jerking either. So.
Oh, didn't he use the other arm?
His left hand?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know about you guys, but my wastebasket is a mass grave.
Maybe he used his feet. We don't know.
He was a short king, too. Have found me means of dramatically destabilizing parts of the Mutamycete network by introducing a disruptive force to block the auto-inducers they use for communication. It's like Star Trek levels of like made-up jargon.
Run the turbulent quick.
For example, the hard-packed cores of mold known as sclerotia, is that sclerotia, begin to break down on a cellular level and disintegrate when thus disrupted. Sclerotia form when the Mutamycete develops a new location, serving as a sort of anchor point or foothold. They are often associated with the patch of liquid void through which the mold has spread. When the auto-inducers of the sclerotia are disrupted, it begins to break down. Any liquid void connected to the sclerotia will also disintegrate. The period destabilizing the sclerotia sends a signal indicating that location is no longer viable for Mutamycete habitation, triggering a full-scale retreat.
So how do tribbles factor into this?
I don't know, man, but that I feel like I just... Listen,
yeah, whatever you said
explain how they were going to save the day.
Whatever you
at the
said
end of the episode
meant nothing.
I mean, it sort of meant something, kind of.
So we have, we could like use our powers to.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a vase in there. I thought when the thing disappeared, it made a vase breaking sound.
5'5" or 5'6". Yeah, he wasn't real big.
Who was Stalin?
Yeah.
He wasn't super tall, no.
Him and Napoleon.
Yeah, although Napoleon actually wasn't that short, at least for the time period.
Right.
It was just really good propaganda to make him seem like an angry, short, impotent man. So that's...
I would not say. I think this is probably best done as a DLC, because I think the next main game needs to get back to some of the other protagonists of the franchise. Like, we've only seen Chris since 6.
Right.
Claire hasn't been in a main game since Code Veronica. Jill hasn't been in a main game, playable at least, since 3 in '99. I think I want to see Resident Evil 9 be like an immediate follow-up date where we're Chris or we're connected back to that and we're dealing with like the corrupt BSAA. I think that's probably what makes the most sense to do next.
Sure.
Because, like, the whole Ethan's daughter has some kind of powers. It's fine. Like, I think it's perfect for a DLC. I don't know if I'd want a whole game. Because every time 6 is the game, right, where they tried to play the whole game with characters with superpowers. And look how that worked out.
Maybe they should bring back Wesker's kid.
I mean, if it was... Platinum Games should do a Resident Evil game. The Bayonetta Metal Gear Rising team, they should make a Resident Evil game where you play as Wesker. Not even the kid, they should make a game where you play as Matrix Powers Wesker.
I'd be down.
As like an action game.
Fucking throwing rockets at people and shit.
That would be hilarious. I would enjoy that greatly. Yeah, I don't know. I think just the nature of this being we're using superpowers as part of the gameplay, I feel like it means it has to be not a main entry. Like this I don't know if it would have worked as a main game.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a fun side thing, and then if you go too far into that, then you start, I don't know. It gets away from the horror too much. So 16 now.
The Weird Al movie is coming out. Huh?
Oh yeah. And that seems like it could be fun.
Yes,
it's Daniel Radcliffe, and I believe the movie's story is completely fictional. It is not actually telling the story of his life at all. They just made up a crazy, wacky story.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Has Weird Al been putting out music? I haven't heard anything.
When was the last time you put out a piece? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. I do feel like it's
just too bad because he's pretty consistently good.
Yeah, I mean, also he's been in the music industry for forever, and he's had no allegations of sexual impropriety against him whatsoever.
Which
is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I don't think he's coming for you yet.
No, he doesn't see me. I just want to see what side are you. Oh, alright. Oh, it's sponges.
You can craft ammo.
We can.
Interesting.
Oh, that was a thing in the Sid 7 and 8.
We crafted the ammo?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
And
No.
2. And 3.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
like
new in
gunpowder.
7. It had never been in the older games.
You find random bits of like gunpowder and shit. And
Oh, yeah,
gunpowder and
okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
and usually you can
And
use
health
it.
items, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you can craft the health items. I just didn't remember you crafted ammo.
It's kind of like you can sort of choose between shotgun shells and pistol shells and shit. Bullets, whatever.
Or like the chemical fluid that you would make the.
You could stick your hand back on with.
Well, that was health. That was health juice.
Health juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was health juice.
That is the
Oh,
technical
juice.
name for it.
Yeah.
When I go to the ER, I'm like, hey, make up the health juice.
Yeah, give me some health juice up in here.
What kind of hospital is this?
You guys don't have any health juice?
Can't just pour that on my stump and put my fucking arm back on?
What?
Fuck.
I don't know. Something's.
Is that our Nemesis equivalent?
There's a big thing over there.
Yep, something's
Something's
lumping.
out there.
Something's lumping around here.
It's lumping around.
Lumpy
Yeah.
Space Princess?
Oh my god, get off my lumps.
It's in the birdcage. Gunpowder.
Man,
That's what I keep.
I think his
cages.
accordion may have some stories to tell. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
man, what kind of parrot's been shitting out gunpowder?
Don't know. Be an interesting bird.
Mask
Yeah.
Where
in
is it?
the basement.
Monocular door in the basement.
So one of the masks is in the basement.
Shouldn't it be Cyclopean door?
Well,
Uh,
I mean, that would make sense.
no, I haven't watched it yet, but I want to. It's The Cabinet of Curiosities by Guillermo del
Yeah, I
Toro.
noticed that on Netflix.
I do. I want to watch it.
It's like an anthology
Yeah.
from different
I
creators.
mean, I
or
love
whatever.
Del Toro, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got good taste for horror, so I'm
Yeah.
sure he picked good people.
Did you, either of you guys ever see his movie Nightmare Alley from like last year or something like that?
No.
That was really good. What are your go-to horror movies for Halloween weekend?
Jason X.
Jason X.
It's goofy, but it's fun.
Yeah, I know. I
That is
enjoy
funny.
Jason X. It's so bad. It's
You won't
funny.
be scared, but you'll be entertained.
Yeah, I thought Nightmare Alley was really good. Bradley Cooper plays like a con artist that gets like starts working at like a circus and slowly like works his way up and eventually pisses off, keeps pissing like richer and richer people off slowly by ripping. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, I agree. That was a really good one. That's one of my favorites. I swear I could.
You
I swear
gotta
it's
decay
other
the
side.
butthole from the other side.
I thought it was. Oh, I thought the butthole was on this side.
No.
No, you looked right at the bubble.
Yeah, you were staring directly at it, dude.
Trick or Treat.
That
It's a
Trick or
great-
Treat
that's
is
a
always
great
great.
Halloween
Yeah,
movie.
definitely.
Oh yeah, the butthole was there. Cloaca of a turkey. God, what else? I love Cabin in the Woods. It's one of
Oh
my
yeah, Cabin in
favorites.
the Woods is damn
Kevin
good.
That's good. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Any of the Evil Deads.
Yeah,
honestly,
I like all them
any of
pretty
them.
much. Well, the very first Evil Dead is kind of lame, but
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is amazing,
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
and also the remake of Evil Dead is also
Yeah, the remake.
I like the
Pretty
remake.
solid,
Yeah, I like the remake quite a bit.
What's wrong?
Everything! None of this was supposed to happen.
Who decides
No.
what's supposed to
The
happen?
reason
Huh?
I came here hasn't changed. I need that crystal.
I gotta get that crystal, Dad. Well, if it is, Dad. I assume it's great. Come on, like that's
Yeah,
gotta
that's
be.
pretty likely. I'm sure the game will expect us to act very surprised when we finally get that reveal.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe it turned out to be the thing we said right away.
It's like the new Evil Dead movie is going to take place.
Yes, I'm really excited.
Really
That was
interesting.
It's
cool.
like
Yeah, it does.
almost think of like Dread
That's what I
or
was
The
going to
Raid,
say, yeah.
but a horror movie.
Yeah.
I think that I honestly think it's a genius idea.
Which one did you get?
Let's see, we gotta
Flip it
check
around.
the.
You got to turn it over.
That's the one.
That's the Cyclops mask.
Which one is that? That's the one.
That's the Bicyclops.
That's Bicyclops.
Good horror movies I've seen this
It's the wrong
year.
one, dude.
Oh.
That's the pause one.
Yeah.
Pause. God. Recently, this year... God, I'm trying to think. I feel like I haven't seen much this year. I've been so on, like, video games and stuff.
You gonna hit that one?
Yeah, no, I am. There's...
Well, what horror movies have come out this year? I mean, there's Halloween Kills or whatever it was.
Which I haven't seen. I didn't even like the first of this trilogy that much, so the 2018 one, I wasn't even super into that. So I haven't seen that at all. Well, yeah, Alex, did you look up what's come out? Well, I want to see Pearl, but I haven't gotten to yet. I thought X was okay.
X, Pearl, Halloween Ends, Barbarian, and Scream. What's Barbarian?
Well, Scream. I thought the new Scream was pretty weak. Smile. I was. It's some of these. Yeah. So I want to see Pearl, Smile, and Barbarian. Those are three I've all heard good things about, but I haven't seen any of them myself yet.
I like Barbarians on Netflix.
What?
I said I liked Barbarians on Netflix. Do you watch that?
What's that?
Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a German show, but it's about the Romans invading.
Oh,
Germany.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they just came out with the second season of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched. I forgot there's a new Hellraiser too. I haven't watched that either. Although, I mean, damn, there's been like
that
11
season.
Hellraisers.
That show. I mean, that series has had.
This one was kind of a reboot, from what I understand.
Okay.
Prey. No. I mean, I don't even think the original Predator counts as a horror movie.
No, it's more of an action movie.
I would say that's action sci-fi.
Suspense, yeah.
Alien
counts as a horror movie.
Oh, Alien definitely does. But Prey had the new one, which I mean I really liked. But yeah, I don't think I'd count it as the only way I could see an argument for counting like Predator or Prey as a horror movie is if you're like talking like the cheesy kind of almost like monster movies that preceded like horror. You know?
Sure.
Like B-movies and shit,
Yeah, like creature features from like way
giant
back.
mantis or whatever.
Yeah, sillier monster stuff like that.
God beast of
Predators stand united, each staring down their prey.
Oh shit, Predators!
Predators and Prey.
Oh god! All right,
we were
look at
just
that.
talking about that.
Butterfly. Oh, okay, hold on.
Frog.
We got Spider's gonna eat the butterfly.
Oh,
right,
it's
that
the food
makes
chain.
sense.
It's a food chain thing.
Wolf's gonna eat the sheep.
That's in the same picture.
But the sheep aren't gonna be eating the butterflies.
No. It's the one on this side, and then the one on this side.
What's the one on the other side?
Oh.
So that one's empty. So both of these two are empty.
So the frog's
gotta be, I assume, the prey, right?
Yeah, frog will be prey. Unless there's.
I mean, you've got bugs. I
guess a frog could eat a butterfly.
Could eat spiders and butterflies.
I feel like the spider must be the butterfly.
Yeah.
And then there's one we don't have. So we
gotta. Well, I guess when we find the other one, then we'll know.
Yeah. All right. We can go open up this door real quick
because the frog is either eating a bug or something's eating the frog. What eats frogs?
Lots of stuff eats frogs.
Yeah, I know, but like, what would you like immediately be like? Oh, that's gonna eat a frog.
I don't know, a snake.
Yeah, snake would be.
I mean, any other military, really.
That was good. That was good. I like that. I don't know. The French might actually beat the Russians these days.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they could have beat the Nazis. They had a great opportunity.
They actually, had the chance.
They surrendered anyway. So.
Shit, these days the Italians could probably beat the Russians.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the Italian military is doing these days. It's hard to say, I mean,
it's always.
I guess these army. I mean, the French army has been in active service for quite a while now.
Yeah.
In Africa, just like.
It's also pretty highly
West
modernized
Africa
compared to the Russians.
Yeah, I don't know about the Italian military. There isn't really.
Those are like those Arkham Asylum TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what is that?
Got a big spiked club. I don't think we can fight that right now.
The Duke really is feeling like Mark Hamill Joker, dude.
This way. Close the door behind us.
Did you hear that the Russians might have lost another flagship?
I didn't
really?
see that. Yeah.
Good God, man.
Yeah, the Ukrainians sent in a swarm of drones to hit a bunch of Russian ships while they were docked, and their mission was pretty successful. They hit the targets, but we don't know exactly what damage they did.
Okay.
Because obviously the Russians aren't saying anything. They're pretending nothing happened. And the Ukrainians don't know for sure. About? But there's a possibility that they crippled another flagship.
Yeah. So it's a good day in Russia when it's not at the bottom of the Black Sea.
I'm sure you heard about Putin threatening to shoot down satellites and shit.
Yes, I did see that. Did you see the crazy, the crazy ground-based lasers they have to blind the satellites?
Yeah.
That was some ominous looking, those videos of those things, that was super ominous when they were just giant beams of like ethereal light shooting up into the sky.
Actually, I saw something really interesting. They were building a test prototype. It's only in like the phase where you run it through like wind tunnels and shit.
Oh, okay.
Not actually fly it, but it is a laser weapon mounted on a modern jet.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, it's like an actual like pod on the other side of the jet that's designed to shoot down like missiles.
Well, it was crazy. I mean, they've been playing with those lasers for a while, but it was crazy to see when the U.S. was testing those naval lasers and like starting barges on fire with them and stuff.
But like those things were huge. I mean, you needed an entire nuclear reactor to run those fuckers,
right.
And like now we can put one on a plane. Like that's nuts.
That is pretty crazy.
You can like freeze them and play now.
I do think that. I mean, you know, did you see we have the Pentagon confirmed? The Pentagon confirmed that we've got boots on the ground in Ukraine now. Like that, there's actually U.S. military in Ukraine now.
What are they doing there?
Advising and stuff.
Get off my fucking face, bro.
Oh shit! See, he's sucking your face, dude.
Yeah, it's like that Play-Doh's fucking grinding.
Yeah, all the little clay snakes are coming out.
No. But if the U.S. gets more involved in this war, just expect to see like technologies that have been treated as science fiction for a while turn out to be that we actually have had those.
Oh yeah,
we'll see more of that.
Well, it's like those fucking microwave rays that we have. You know, they've only been used for riot control so far, but you know those are pretty nuts.
Yeah, where you make somebody feel like they're on fire.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And where they haven't been comfortable using them on a wide scale because it turns out if you have change in your pocket, they might be lethal.
Right. But in a war situation, not like they're going to give a shit.
Oh, yeah, they're just going to fire that shit at whatever.
Right. But it's like, I've seen some talk about the rods from God. I don't know if we've actually got those up in space, but that's some crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's all the effects of nuclear weapons without any radiation whatsoever. Like that's basically like an artificial meteor.
Yeah.
That would be pretty.
Yeah, you just hurl just some piece of shit at the Earth with enough mass and enough speed. And,
they're like 8-ton titanium rods. I don't know if those are actually out there. The government would not confirm whether or not they are for sure, but if they are,
I doubt we have that yet. But you know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. One of the weird things, because I like to keep track of like.
We need to update it.
I like to keep track of like space launches and stuff like that.
Right.
But every once in a while, you hear about a space launch that they won't tell you anything about it, other than it's being done on behalf of DARPA or the intelligence services or something like that, and they won't tell you anything more about it.
Most of the time, that's spy satellites.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get that. It would cost not that the U.S. would even blink about spending the amount of money it would cost to get a system like that into the sky, but because those titanium rods are so heavy, it would be extremely expensive to send it up into space.
I don't think you could do that with the kind of rockets we have now, like unless you were doing it in tiny pieces one at a time.
Right.
It'd be a hell of a lot easier to do that kind of stuff if we actually had an infrastructure in space.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, there's a lot of people looking into asteroid mining now.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other problem is China's seriously considering launching its own space station.
Yes.
So, and we're not thinking like that. We probably need to think about what a future of a space that isn't dependent on international cooperation is going to be.
Welcome to the Gallery of Despair, a wondrous display of those few who succeeded in obtaining at least one mask. Set your sights upon those chosen few whose final moments of despair are preserved forever in this gallery. Witness in this collection the light of life from a different perspective.
Huh. All right.
It's just all the dead hers and frames hanging on the wall.
That's wild.
Or possibly just hanging on the wall.
Oh no, they all have a frame around.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah, look at the little...
It's an art gallery.
Yeah.
I guess.
Ah, yes, the White Sage.
Keep my name out, John. Alright, although I have just drowned, the arrow's bite doth sting, they hanged me long ago, yet I feel everything. Still the worst, nor not last or first, the sharpened blade did ring. Okay, so what deaths are the old? So they hanged me long ago.
So you're supposed to go drowned?
No, hanged long ago.
What?
Yeah, so there's...
Because hanging it says long ago, so that's had to be the one that happened
okay.
first.
And then you think it's arrows? Or...
There.
Still the worst, not last nor first. The sharpened blade is the middle. Okay.
Yeah, well, so there's 4, so the sword
drowning
would be
the third one, I think. So arrows would be last, right?
Drowning should be last.
Should it?
Yeah, because I have just drowned.
Oh, okay.
So that's the last one.
Okay.
So then it's whether or not arrow is second or
I don't
third.
think arrow is second, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so then it's so hanging, then the blade, which is that one, then the arrows, then the drown.
Yeah,
okay.
Cool.
Alright, open up.
Oh, maybe it
sure
didn't work. We must have fucked it up. They all went back.
Oh, okay. Alright, well that's definitely right.
Yeah.
Stab, or is it going to be arrows? No, arrows we already found out was wrong.
we already...
Yeah.
So, but what's our plan here? Because drowning...
Hold on. Yeah, it's drowning and then arrow because the arrow still stings.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So it's, okay. Yeah, you were right. So drowned and then arrow. So, because the arrows, if it still hurts, that means that's even more recent than drowning.
Oh, sure, okay.
So that should be it.
No?
Yep, that's it. And there we go.
It's taking its time. There we go. Fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like... Yeah, I guess I'm still, I still try and pay attention to a lot of the media that comes out, but I've kind of focused in on video games so much more that I don't notice or I don't know as much about the movies as I maybe used to. I feel like I've kind of whittled down video games to being like my primary expertise.
You mean you didn't go to see Black Adam?
I was interested in seeing it, and then I heard from everyone that it sucked.
Well, that means you should go see it.
I mean, I plan on watching it, probably just not
tomorrow.
No, probably just waiting until I can watch it at home.
Lazy Sage. He doesn't go out and support his local theaters anymore. How are they supposed to survive?
Box offices are actually about half of what they were pre-pandemic. Although Black Adam seems like it's done half decent.
Nothing compared to No Way Home, I'm sure, though.
No.
Yeah, that was sort of the big blockbuster.
But it does seem like it's making money, regardless of how it is as a movie.
Oh, great. That means we can have more.
I mean, people go see The Rock, right? He's developed a brand. People will go see The Rock.
He is one of the few A-list actors alive right now. Like, the A-list actor as a...
It's like him and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, the whole idea of A-list actors, I feel like, has become less and less of a thing. But if there are any left, he's definitely one of the few.
Yeah, I literally can't think of one other than The Rock and
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
What do you think about Henry Cavill getting replaced with The Witcher?
Oh, I think that show is fucking dead.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. Well, it sounds like Henry Cavill was the only person that actually liked the books and the source material.
Really?
And that the writers generally, they didn't. The writers
not a good sign.
Yeah, it's they got people I mean, it feels like kind of the same thing with the Rings of Power, where they just got a bunch of people to work on the thing that don't actually give a shit about the property or the source material, and so they want to make up their own thing. They don't want to do. They don't want to.
You got a pipe bomb?
I did. Nice. We had pipe bombs in the main game.
Yeah, but it's still nice to have one.
When to go?
You put your filthy mitts on something.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, it feels. Oh. Get out of this small space here. Yeah, it's like the same thing as Rings of Power, right? It just feels like they got people who don't actually give a shit about it to do it, and they want to make up their own story that has nothing to do with, the actual source material. And Henry Cavill was basically the voice of reason on the entire production.
So they got rid of him.
Of course they did. Or he just quit because he was sick of it.
I think it's a combination of the fact that he's getting to be Superman again,
okay.
and the fact that he was unhappy with how little anyone else cared about the material and making the show.
Okay.
So those two things combined, I think. Because, I mean, also, like, having a career I hate the Zack Snyder DC stuff, but James Gunn is now, at least co-CEO of DC Entertainment. And if James Gunn maybe can point Superman in a better direction.
Yeah.
But where are we going to get our scenes of hot dogs flying in slow motion through the air, Sage?
I mean, that actually does seem like something James Gunn would do. It would just be more intentionally comedic.
It wouldn't be pretentious enough.
Yeah.
Right, it wouldn't be filmed like a black and white French art film.
That's my only concern. I mean, like, it's going to be better under James Gunn. My only concern is that I hope he doesn't, bring his brand of comedy and feel to all of the movies. Because it's not going to work with everything.
Right, no, totally. I mean, I
no
think
matter
James
what,
Gunn,
it'll be better than Zack Snyder.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think... I don't think it could be as bad as Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
You think James Gunn could save the 300 franchise?
No. Because the source material for that sucks. The book 300 is a shitty fucking book.
Oh, I know.
Well, and it definitely takes all of the interesting things about the Battle of Thermopylae and just brings them right out of the story. And it's just these guys were just so badass. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's part of the story, man, but
I don't want to see Zack Snyder, allowed to work on anything, to be completely honest.
Definitely don't want him to be able to touch history ever again.
Oh, sure, but I mean, also, I'd rather he just make whatever random nonsense that he wants instead of doing, DC movies that I would actually be interested in seeing be done well.
I was going to say he's almost as bad as Michael Bay, but I actually enjoy when Michael Bay butchers history. I actually think that's one of the funniest things.
I mean, sometimes Michael Bay does it to such an egregious extent that it's kind of funny.
Yeah, right.
But then Michael Bay has to be a lot creepier, too.
Michael Bay is... but you know what? Zack Snyder made Sucker Punch.
That was a creepy movie,
That's a good point.
So, I mean, maybe it's not as often as it is with Michael Bay, but that one movie is that one movie by itself is... Oh, hey, snake painting. Snake.
Okay, Snake eats a frog, yep.
Snake
that was a good guess.
Yeah, I was just like, what would you say is the quintessential predator of a frog? But yeah, snake was a good answer, for sure.
All right, we got second mask. I just need to...
Persistent little rabbit, aren't you? But you cannot simply do it.
God, he really does sound like Mark Hamill Joker.
Well, and then with the TVs up there, like Arkham Asylum,
it's very much like the prison
TV
system.
Whoever does the voice for this should absolutely be Joker at some point.
Yeah, whoever does the...
His laugh is good, for sure. It's a good Joker laugh.
I really think Lakeith Stanfield should get to play the Joker. I think he'd be a fucking great Joker.
Who's he again?
He was the main character in Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy that says "Get out" and "Get out."
Okay, yeah, definitely.
He's been in I've seen him in a few. He's also in Atlanta, Donald Glover show.
Nice.
I honestly think Lakeith Stanfield would be a great Joker. Like a lot of great live action. Like he just seems like one of those weird actors. Like Joaquin Phoenix that would have like, I mean, I believe like I've heard him or like seen things where he has specifically said I have like a take on Joker, like he has an idea.
Well, and it's like that's a role that has to be reinvented with each actor.
Yeah, you got to do something different with it every time, otherwise.
He was L in Death Note.
Oh, in like the Netflix anime movie, was he really? Interesting.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Do we take that fox?
The one on the shelf? I don't think we can.
They make these
Why
puzzles
not?
to
It's a
mess
fox.
with me?
Why does that mean we can take it?
Should be with us at all times.
Triocular key.
See the Simpsons Death
I
Note
thought that there
parody.
is one, but
Yeah, that is so weird.
the stills I saw from it looked really
I actually kind of want to watch it just
too.
because of how weird it
And
is.
I haven't seen Death Note, so I probably won't
Might not
understand a lot of the
I
references.
mean, the basic
but
concept is pretty
yeah,
straightforward.
you just write somebody's name in a
Yeah.
book. and
Yeah, I
they
mean,
die.
like,
Yeah,
you know, the narrative itself certainly goes in a bunch of different directions, but like the basic premise, I feel like as a skit, probably not more than 6 minutes long, because it's still in a
It's in a
in
Halloween
Treehouse of
episode.
Horror.
yeah, so it's still amongst like a couple of other.
They always do 3 sub stories in those.
Right.
But they're always short.
So I'm assuming it can't be more than 5 or 6 minutes.
But, yeah, it
you
was-
probably don't need to know more than the basic premise to get the.
But it was interesting to see the anime Simpsons.
The hair still bothers me.
Yeah, the fact that they have like kind of normal looking hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Marge and Lisa need to look more...
Cartoonish.
Especially 'cause like anime, it's like the one medium you can get away with that, you know, more realistic.
Yeah, I just think it was weird how
they.
how they just went with normal hair for Marge.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. I guess I didn't think it was as strange for Lisa, but Marge without the giant beehive, I was kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
It's like really taking away like
a big part of what
one of the
she
most
looks like.
identifying features of the character.
Homer looked great, though.
Yeah, Homer looked
Like, they nailed
exactly
it.
how I would have thought anime Homer would look.
It's too bad that the writing on The Simpsons isn't.
Yeah, that's why I'm not particularly interested, to be honest. Like, if I hear it's good, I'll watch it, but when was the last time The Simpsons was, like, genuinely funny?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's been a long time.
And I mean, Matt Groening hasn't cared about that show in a long time, and he's been making not the best shit anyway, as he's been away from that project.
Is that the last mask?
Oh, it's right there. Like, create a pathway to it.
Are you going to
No.
watch Futurama?
No.
Not after how it was the last time they brought it back.
Yeah, I like the
Not
first 4
interested.
seasons, and I liked the 4 movies, and then I thought it was good where it was good where it ended, and then they brought it back for 6 through 8, and 5 through 8, and I did not think that was very good.
I did
so.
not. Yeah, I did not enjoy the last 3 seasons of Futurama.
Are you going to watch Disenchanted?
Well, I have because
Yeah?
it's a convenient thing to put on in the background when I'm
Is it
doing
any
other
good?
stuff. No, no, the jokes don't land.
I like that. Short and direct.
I
It's a good review.
can't. I mean, I did not watch it with any level of attention when I did watch
But
it.
it sounds like it didn't draw your attention either.
no.
Right, like if it had been good, you would have been like, oh, hold on, let me actually pay attention.
But it was solid background noise for when I'm like messing around on my computer and shit. Like,
All right, which... There's got to be one of these I can do from down here.
I'm trying to think if I even thought there were any solid jokes in that show.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I remember
Yeah.
kind of seeing it and being like,
That one.
this looks really...
Well,
I
it
guess
looked
it
so
was
derivative.
kind
It
of-
looked like Leela, Fry, and Bender,
Yeah.
but with like
Yep.
the body shape of Bart.
I
it's like
it's exactly what it is. I
It's
mean, yeah,
recycling
it's
characters.
basically like, what if we made Futurama and all the central conceits of Futurama about the parodies of,
It's fantasy.
sci-fi and everything. What if we just did that
Oh.
for fantasy?
okay.
But like, it even less like. I guess, but I would say the big difference is like Futurama sometimes would really nail like one central
Shotgun's a
facet
one and gun.
of sci-fi or take down a specific
Kind of like Rick and Morty did.
Yeah.
or take down a specific sci-fi movie or property or something like that in the way that
Use the White Sage.
The to refill
Yeah.
bigger. Yeah.
But I
are
think
pretty white, Sage.
I know I am.
But Disenchanted,
Tragically so.
I felt like was more just kind of wrapped up in just kind of had the skin of like fantasy in general without any like
Wasn't really
biting
unique.
critique of any specific fantasy property or anything like that. It's
That's
just
pretty cool.
hollow,
That's
pretty
fun, yeah.
hollow show.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. So I mean, like, I'll be fair and say I didn't really give it a chance to begin with, but
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll put a lot of stuff on in the background when I'm just like messing
How
around on
much
my
of Arrow
computer
have you gotten
playing
through?
games. I haven't done Arrow. I mean, I've done like sometimes I'll do like those travel cooking like or food shows or whatever. But
House of the Dragon season 1 was very good, by the way. I
can't.
I'll be very
can't with
surprised
Game
if
of
the whole
Thrones.
show is any good. Because season 1 of Game of Thrones was pretty good.
Yeah, I think season 1 of Game of Thrones was great, honestly. With, I mean, a few problems, but mostly quite good.
And then we all know how that turned out.
You.
So it was one of the most entertaining things on television.
I mean, it was pretty fun when it was bad, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know, because it could be good for 6 years and then fumble on year 7, and like
Yeah.
Possibly sooner.
yeah, it could be sooner. I don't know. It's like it almost doesn't matter how good it is to me. Like it could be genuinely good, but
It's only going to have 4 seasons.
I mean, that's a good sign. I'll say that. It won't have as much time to fuck it up. I still feel like I probably won't watch it until all 4 seasons are out, and then if everybody says it was good, then I'll be like, all right, now we'll give it a chance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, I think that's exactly what I'll do in 4 years. Or in 3 years.
When somebody's like,
we'll get your review
wow,
of
like,
House of the Dragon.
really landed
I'll
the
watch.
ending, yeah.
I'll give it a try in 3 years when it's all over, and then if I end up binging it and really liking
How
it.
many cups of Starbucks do you think will be in it?
Oh, I hope so many.
Starbucks, the official coffee of House Targaryen.
Easy peasy.
Would you like to try our new Westeros blend?
Westeros. I wish Michael was here for that. He'd probably strangle you. Oh, that's cool.
That looks
That's
pretty-
that big
yeah,
thing. That's
cool. Okay, it is just our ball cap. When we were laying there, I thought we all of a sudden like switched over to like a Newsies kind of hat, and I was like, "Why?"
no, that's a
Monster wanted to do it the whole time. I wanted to give you a different hat.
Yep.
that's a kind of aesthetic we haven't seen in the Resident Evil franchise before.
Newsies.
Newsies,
Yeah.
maybe
dude.
that'll be Resident Evil 9. It'll be Newsies.
It'll be like 1930s New York.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do something. I mean, to be honest, that's not a terrible idea. Not the musical aspect,
Yeah.
but the 1930s part.
Yeah.
Now I want a Resident Evil musical, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
What would that be?
I feel like Wesker would be
Actually-
an important part of it.
Actually, you could probably
Is it
do
multiple
a pretty.
sclerotia? Is that what's going on here?
You could probably do a pretty badass Resident Evil opera if you wanted to.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to tell the difference?
Does the Duke sing at the end?
Fake ones.
That's a lot of buttholes.
Oh,
Oh,
gonna
how
help.
you? What's that say?
There's an
Right,
arrow
lower
right
than
there.
barrel,
Okay.
alright.
left.
Left. It's these ones.
Has a video game property ever been turned into a play?
Mortal Kombat.
Was that a play?
Yeah, there was a stage play.
Oh, that's
I'm
awesome.
not even kidding.
Where's the barrel at?
Was it any
We're
good?
supposed to be lower. Wait, shouldn't you be following those directions?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it's got to be one of these.
Yes!
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one.
Nice.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat totally had a play. I've never watched it, so I don't know like exactly what it was like. But I've seen a few clips of like them interviewing the actors in it, and they literally look like they're wearing like the costumes that they recorded the like digitized sprites in.
Deep.
Oh, okay, it's gotta be there.
No, seriously?
Only 1 minute to go.
Shit.
We gotta follow the directions, dude.
No, well, it's that one. I just have
I think he wants to not get killed first.
Yeah, I get that.
Still not done?
Alright, that was the second one.
Okay.
Are you ready for the grand finale?
Is it that one on the ceiling? Is it the giant one?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's not very good at hiding them.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, like the first couple would have been hard to spot without the help, but that last one was like
Pretty
that was
obvious.
It's like he just sort of gave up in the third act.
Yeah.
You did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Thanks, Dad. I mean, guy we don't know about.
Mysterious, helpful figure with fatherly
I
say.
think people would pay to be verified on Twitter.
I think so. As long as it continues to allow the people who are verified on Twitter to feel more important and better than the people that aren't.
But how many people will pay for that, though?
I don't know.
What's the percentage?
But yeah, I guess it depends. I mean, like,
The way it worked up until now was you had to be a part of the elite, and then you automatically got verified.
Right.
so I mean, like, it was pretty garbage system before. So I don't think it could be made worse. I'll say that.
right. I don't know. I mean, I guess when you think about a lot of the people who are verified on Twitter now, $20 a month probably is not like.
To
it's
those,
like a
all the
rounding
rich
error,
people that are
rounding
already-
error to a lot of the people that are verified on
What's
Twitter.
the point of being
It's not really
verified on
changing
Twitter?
anything.
Well, like I said, I mean, the main point of, I mean, the idea of being verified on
largely
Twitter,
to eliminate bots.
when it started, you literally would just provide pictures of your driver's license or whatever, and then they'd be like, okay, you're verified, like you've proved you're a real person. Then it became kind of a thing that only like important people could get. So like it became like a status symbol to have the blue check mark. So I don't know, but if a bunch of normies start
Paying to be
verified, then it might take away from how the people who are
Self-important
already
journalists.
verified feel about
Yeah.
verification. Like they might not feel like they're important. So it might actually like I don't know.
Somebody theoretically pay to have like a bunch of bots verified.
Probably. I mean,
Probably. I don't.
I'm sure.
I
I'm
don't know.
Sure I'm sure. You
I've
could.
heard how it works is that you basically have to know the right people at this point to get verified. So I don't know. I guess if you could pay, then it kind of like evens it out, and it's not just for connected people. But I don't know if that would take away a lot of the value of being verified, because it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm part of like this elite
cool
group
club.
of people. Yeah. It wouldn't be
The
exclusive
cool kids
anymore.
over on Twitter, huh?
I mean,
But yeah, I don't have
like
a lot of
yuppie-
respect for that viewpoint,
I
but
mean,
it is the way
the
it is the
yuppie
way that
clickbait
those
journalists.
people.
That's they do feel special for that reason. So
Finally get rid of these
Yeah, you can get trolled all the time, but you're verified.
Yeah.
lived with them for so long.
Well, I don't know. One of the biggest trolls on Twitter owns it now.
yeah.
The floodgates have been opened.
I know.
Oh, you're back, Cat.
It has breathed a little life into Twitter, though. And we'll say that environment gets pretty stagnant pretty quickly.
Yeah.
No one's there to throw bombs anymore. You need at least some troublemakers on Twitter for all the other people to talk about.
Well, there's nothing fun going on if somebody's not causing an issue. Like,
Right.
I'll just be honest. Like, there's nothing fun about it if there's not someone making problems.
I will say I do appreciate after they banned Trump, the news isn't just Twitter screenshots all day, because it's like, why am I watching the news? I could just go on Twitter and see these tweets in person.
Yeah, just
Like-
follow McDonald's and you'll have plenty of fucking...
But it was for like 5 years straight.
The
Like
news
every
was just
night on
what
the
was on
news
Twitter.
was just what was on Twitter. They would just put the posts on screen and they'd talk about it. And it's just like,
They wouldn't do
it's
yeah.
like, this isn't news. Like, these are social media posts. Like,
Yeah. I'm glad we did. Yeah, I'm glad we're not doing that anymore.
wow.
You've more than earned this reward. Almost
Are you gonna
looks
eat
like
us?
the real thing, doesn't it?
with that mask on and how fat he is, he kind of just looks like that spider from Monsters Inc.
He does look like the spider from Monsters Inc. Oh, that's hilarious.
Did you really think I'd give away something so precious? I had to bait the trap.
So why doesn't he like invest in a Moo or something? You know?
I
don't know, man. Maybe he likes that crop top look.
I mean, and the real Duke in the real world of this game, of these games, like, seem to just kind of exist in that cart.
Yeah.
So
he's been moving around a lot.
But he hasn't gotten out of that chair.
Yes, but somehow he's everywhere.
Still in that chair. Well, it's a mindscape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kidding! I have to fight him.
Imagine being so fat that you can't even walk around your own mindscape.
That's pretty fat, man.
I'm sure you have to shoot right in the center of his chest.
Yeah, I mean, I think they totally...
This is about that Bayonetta thing, isn't it?
Yeah, which, I mean, she's totally full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
But also, there's a point to be made about voice actors totally deserve to be paid more money.
Right. It's just that kind of dealt a blow to that argument.
She
actively made things worse.
Yeah, she made things way worse by lying the way that she did. Do you know about that, Alex?
I did hear her complaining.
So she said that they only offered her $4,000 to voice Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3.
Right.
What then had been, so the full story came out that they offered her $4,000 a session for several sessions,
and
which
the total
added
was
up
like between 16,000 and 20,000, wasn't it?
I think it was like exactly 15. I want to say.
No, 15,000 was I think the low estimate. If it was, they didn't give her an exact number. It was like an estimate range between 15K and 20K.
Okay.
For however many sessions it was going to take or something.
It was like $4,000 per session, and then if it went over what they expected, it'd be like more or whatever. So she came back to the table and said, I want like money from merchandise. I want, like a 6-figure pay for this. And then it's just kind of like, Mark Hamill doesn't get that.
Right.
Right? Like, Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy do not get anywhere close to that amount of money for what they do. And they are like A-list celebrity voice actors. Right. Troy Baker does not get that. Right? Like, no one gets that. And also she claimed, like, I just think a franchise that's made $450 million could afford to pay me more or whatever. That's not at all an accurate amount of money for that series. Bayonetta is not even close to being a $450 million franchise. Like, not even close. Platinum is in the hole and has been on the verge of shutting down for like a decade straight and is doing like bitch work for like Square Enix on the side. Okay, Platinum Games does not... If they were making $450 million off a franchise, they would not be almost closing down all the time.
Right. Well,
that's just not true.
It's kind of the thing, like, where, like, people expect, like, whenever people complain about pay, it does oftentimes just come down to the fact that they have no idea what the margins in the businesses that they're talking about are.
Well, but she's like a voice actress that's part of, I believe she's part of like a pretty big network. Like, she's done a lot of stuff. She knows what the industry is like, and she asked for a pretty outrageous amount of money, and she should know. She should know.
Personally, I wonder, and this is absolutely like Alex Jones, like Gay Frogs, Crazy Conspiracy Land, but I wonder if she was an industry plant to discredit the movement.
It's possible.
Possibly.
I don't know. It's just like, it's so often people will like complain about how they're not paid enough, but also without any understanding of like how much money there is to pay people. It's like
that's also true.
It's like when like WNBA players complain, and it's like, I mean, like, I don't necessarily think it's fair, I suppose, that like WNBA players get paid less than the NBA players, but the WNBA just makes a whole lot less money. Where is the money to pay you what NBA players make going to come from? Like, that amount of money just isn't there. Like you can't make that money exist. Like it's just,
So much fight.
there's just not enough of it. Like how are you? Where are you supposed to get that money from? I guess the NBA could like cut the pay of the male players and then send it to the WNBA.
But then if they're not bringing them, I mean...
Of course, you can't question how much of that money just goes to the people at the top.
Well, of course.
I mean,
that's
most
definitely,
of it.
that's
All of it.
definitely true. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, most businesses are paying what they, you know, theoretically can.
Right.
Now, of course, what the margins that the business owners think that they also deserve might be out of whack. But
Jesus.
But I guarantee you that the NBA players are probably getting ripped off just as much as the WNBA players as far as what the owners are taking.
Oh, that's definitely.
Right.
It's just there's more money in the NBA, so even if they're still getting ripped off, they are getting paid more.
It's better than,
Yeah.
Side. Oh God.
Or I always feel bad for like when there'll be like union disputes and then the union wins but then the company goes bankrupt like immediately afterwards. It's just like corporations are definitely greedy, but there is also only so much money.
Yeah. It's difficult to strike the right balance.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's why I do think co-ops, I think, should be the future of businesses in the U.S. as much as humanly possible.
That's
like
employee.
Oh, I know. Well, you know, I have been pretty hard on communists because of the fact that their ideas don't make sense and can't be implemented because central planning of the economy is nonsense.
Right.
But the newer breed of communists who believe in employee-owned corporations, I actually think that could work. It's been proven to work in certain situations.
Right, there are successful
employee-owned corporations. So that if that was the idea, instead of like, oh, the government's going to run everything, I could get behind that. Decentralized communism, I think, is at least possible.
It's definitely a better shot than centralized, because I mean,
right.
Centralized communism just creates a bigger corporation, essentially.
Right, and you can never trust the operations of a diverse set of businesses and industries that need different knowledge and understanding to people that far from the ground.
Right.
Like people who are so disconnected from it that like they might be running several industries.
I mean, that's sort of one of the problems with the Soviet Union and why it eventually fell apart.
Right. But
God damn it.
no, I think that would be one of the most positive developments possible is if we do get to more employee-owned companies.
Do you think there's any chance of that catching on?
You know, the thing is that it is popular in several industries. It's actually pretty popular in the oil and gas industry.
Really?
Yeah, owners will eventually sell at least large stakes of the companies back to their employees as kind of part of the benefits packages in those companies and stuff like that. But it does tend to happen most in kind of more industrial sectors and things like that. There are plumbing companies and stuff like that have done that, like have their employees on. Because I mean, one of the problems with those businesses too is that the really talented people that work in those companies, they know they could leave and just start their own company fairly easily. So if you want to keep really good workers around in those kind of trade type jobs, like you need to give them some buy-in on the companies because all you need to do otherwise is buy a van and you can go start your own plumbing company. Like,
I'm a Swedish plumber. I've come to fix your pipes.
But do you think an individual plumber could meet the same abstract quota?
That's tough, man. That's tough.
That's a big quarter, man.
That's tough, man. Yeah, I don't know. Without a centralized bureaucracy, how can you make sure you get enough ass cracks in enough customers' faces?
Link, you steal my spot, so I'm going to use you as a pillow.
But I don't know. In Europe, like, there are actually some really big employee-owned companies where you're talking about tens of thousands of employees that have been fairly successful for a long time.
So, though, I wonder how many of those will survive the coming economic collapse.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably better. I do also think, like, you know, it's a lot.
Fucking Link.
Hi, Link. It's a lot easier to ask the employees to make sacrifices in hard times for a company that they actually own a part of.
That's
too.
true.
You know, when you get everybody together and be like, listen, I know it's going to suck that we have to take... I mean, that's one reason companies go bankrupt in labor disputes is sometimes the company will be like, hey, we cannot give you a raise right now. The economy's too bad. And, like, people are like, fuck that. Like, I need a raise. If you own part of the company, then, like, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, we're going through a hard time. I want this company to succeed. You know, like, I benefit when this company succeeds.
Right.
So it's probably easier to ask people to sacrifice when they actually own a part of the company than it is to, like, be like, hey, you know, like, you're not gonna have a job.
Well, on the other hand, I mean, when you're in a period of economic freefall and a lot of companies die off, that's usually the big companies that are centrally owned or, you know, by whatever board of executives or whatever, in the best position to take over and clean house afterward.
Right, and they're also the ones that have the lobbyists for when the government steps in to save the companies. It's usually the big companies because they have the people in Washington whispering in ears. Yeah,
I can't imagine that's any different in Europe.
No, I guarantee you it's the same. It is just the natural order of the world, you know. Even in non-capitalist systems.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's still how it works. Like, I don't know if there's any escaping that. The big companies with influence always have the government's ear. Well, I don't know. We do need to improve on our economic system. And that is one of the only suggestions I've ever heard that I thought would actually be feasible.
There we go.
Useless creature! Such a disappointment!
Now a lot of these games have another villain like chastising the mindless creatures.
Yeah.
Your imminent demise is inevitable.
I also really think we should have a commodity-backed currency, and that the federal government should be the buyer of last resort for commodities. I think that'd be a way to offset. I think that would be a way to supplement the government's budget and prevent, like, supply shocks that either really hurt consumers or cause businesses to collapse when there's oversupply.
Right.
Like, if the government, when oil was cheap, would buy a bunch of oil, and then when oil's expensive, sell that oil back into the market to ease pricing pressure, and then in the meantime have that basket of commodities, steel, gold, copper, wheat, all that in storage, and then that be the basis of the value of our currency.
But Alex, how are we supposed to sell oil back into the economy when times are tough when we're already giving all that oil to China?
Well, see, I mean, they would also require a government that cared about the populace.
You're never going to find that.
No, that's definitely true. But then think about how good that would be for the budget too. Like you would stop businesses from going out of business. You would you would be able to prevent supply side inflation by selling, short supply commodities into the market and keeping an equilibrium. And the currency and just the basic government of the U.S. would be based on the fact that, like, yeah, we're hoarding a whole bunch of valuable shit.
Yeah, so?
So let's start searching. But I think that would be maybe like the one of the major things if I ever got to make decisions in the government. That would be like one of the things I would do is I would start a just a policy of commodity hoarding.
Commodity hoarding. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly.
I just feel like
Makes sense.
if a government that cared about its people would do that.
Oh, this bear knows where the crystal's at.
That actually looks like something out of a trip.
Is that a bear or a monkey?
Actually, no, it is a monkey. I believe. Good, well, that was we hit that little toy was in the.
Got to get the crystal monkey
in the main
off our
game
back,
at the beginning. That was Rose's little doll.
Oh, sure, yeah.
In the.
Will you be my friend?
Well, you guys recognize this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're back in the village now.
Well, not just the village. This is the area that leads into the Beneviento house.
All
with
right.
with the fetus that chased us.
Yeah, that fetus was creepy, dude.
Yeah.
I swear I've seen these monkeys before, but what the hell?
Let's play.
Are the giant monkeys going to chase us?
I don't know, maybe. But there's dolls in this house.
There's some dolls in this house.
There's some dolls in this house. There are some whores in the house.
You sound more like Butthead.
What's wrong?
Well, there are some whores in this house, Beavis.
Okay.
Oh, totally different elevator.
Seems different.
Yeah, you're in a different elevator. That's different.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck,
well,
there are
this
giant
was-
monkeys.
This
Yeah.
is the Beneviento house.
This is weird.
Yep.
They've been expecting us.
Apparently they have.
Do you still call it a surprise party at this point?
Maybe.
First,
I want to go. I'm gonna give Chris a big hug. Oh, this is like little kids. It's like she's like little. It's like I walked into a TV show, so scared. But I assume that didn't go well. Tried to be brave and talk to her. No one wants to talk to her.
no.
The little girl, no one wants to talk to her.
Icky with white sweat.
That's like the weird veins, from
Right.
the- Which that's also what Zoe looked like when she mutated in 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And Joe the boxer baker was eating grubs and punching zombies.
Where are we going to get more of Joe?
That's what I don't know, man. I'd take a whole game. Get that Iron Man gauntlet again. Teacher yelled at me for always carrying my hanky. Is this like taste for? So that's preschool.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna let the preschooler have like a hanky. I mean, I feel like that's a little.
Because it's
So maybe in
stupid
kindergarten you
white
could be on
sweat.
their ass a little bit more, but
Well, I mean, we don't know exactly how old she was when she started going to school. It seemed like maybe the BSAA had her like in some special program or whatever because she seemed like
Maybe.
she'd never really been around kids before. So.
Right.
maybe. I mean, Chris even told the teacher can't get anyone sick, but so even Chris was like, "Hey, it's not gonna, don't worry about this kid glowing. It's okay. Don't worry that the kid that I sent here is glowing."
This is
It's her own little journal. Okay.
I don't know. I think the glow in the dark kid would probably be pretty popular.
You need to find a baby.
Yeah. Well, we had to find that impression. I think that was in the well in the basement in the main game.
why is there a picture of me?
That is weird.
At least it's not a dead her in the frame like before. My God.
So many of them. They're going to come alive and chase
crystal.
us, aren't they?
I don't know. I could see that. Oh, okay. It's a little overdone here.
Oh, there's
empty.
none in
No-
there?
no
What the fuck?
monkeys
They
in there.
forgot.
They forgot to put monkeys in that one. The crystal's right there, but they can't get it.
Came here for a whole barrel of monkeys and they left the whole cupboard empty.
Is that doll?
No, that's not the voice. That's not the same voice as the doll.
Monkey surgery.
Oh, we need some scissors. Just like the main game, all of our weapons have been taken away.
Of course.
Mr. Monkey has a tummy ache. He might give you the crystal if you help him.
So is this like emergency surgery on Harambe?
Poor Harambe, man.
Dick's out for Harambe.
Why isn't the internet fun like that anymore?
I don't know, man. But yeah, the memes are never like fun memes anymore. The last meme that I thought was actually really great was all the Ben Shapiro's "What Wife's Pussy Is Dry" memes. That was fantastic.
Amazing.
Oh, he just walked into that shit. Oh, I think that's not the baby chasing Ethan.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of drawings.
Huh. Yeah, no, I haven't seen a meme blow up like where you see a bunch of different iterations of the meme since that Ben Shapiro "Wife's Pussy Is Dry" meme, and nothing like Harambe in a long time.
Stuffed locker, the picture on the bookshelf, the desk covered in stuff. Okay.
Or Ugandan Knuckles.
Ugandan
That was
Knuckles.
great.
That was so funny.
Okay,
That was
hold on. So what order is this?
I just love that Who Killed Captain Alex movie. Who the fuck saw that movie managed to
I don't
become
even know what you're talking about.
That's the movie that all the dialogue that they were using for Ugandan Knuckles came from.
Oh, okay.
That's a
the
Ugandan
movie.
yeah, it's a Ugandan movie called Who Killed Captain Alex. You know, it's like that's where all those lines came from.
Okay.
Who did kill Captain Alex?
Didn't see the movie.
Ugandan Knuckles, obviously.
I'd watch that movie.
I would, yeah.
It would be the best
Fuck
Sonic
yeah.
movie.
Show me the way.
66. Yeah, Sonic. I hate Sonic. We were just talking earlier about that before the stream.
Oh yeah.
Before you got here, Ulysses.
How
I
terrible
hate
Sonic is.
Sonic.
Yeah.
It's like I liked him when he didn't talk originally.
Yeah.
But it's like the more that
Well, I don't know
he got
why
a personality.
I don't know why they went the direction with his personality.
They
that
thought it'd
they
be
did.
cool.
Well, he just turned into Poochie but never went away.
You know?
He just became a Poochie that never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Which is pretty ironic for somebody who can go so fast.
Gotta go fast.
Go die on the way back to your home planet fast.
I don't know. I mean, I still don't hate Sonic that much in those movies.
No, in the movies, I honestly didn't find Sonic all that annoying.
Compared to fucking
It was,
Eggman.
it was fucking Jim Carrey that I couldn't stand. Alright, let's... Oh, it's the thing for the door. It's the relief.
The monkey gave.
Ow, that hurt!
Okay.
I'm actually, I recognize that voice, actually, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure I know exactly what that is.
Oh, now it's oozing.
Man, don't you hate it when that happens?
Oh,
Cut a monkey open and there's just like
You just start
slop
oozing?
everywhere. Yeah.
Huh? Now it's a forest.
Now.
I gotta go back.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Let me try to blink.
Move
Don't
the
screw up
dog.
the controller.
Okay, so we got a doll and all kinds of places to play with this doll and fence.
Alright, so we got Lucy. Not in a sterile
So
Australopithecine.
you want me to play with dolls?
So that one needs 2. One in here needs 4.
A
So
lot of damn dolls. We gotta figure out which ones go where, right?
yeah, well, we also need more. We need to find all of them.
Right. Gonna be a pain in the ass.
So let's see. Oh, wrong thing.
There you go.
And this one needs 3. Okay, so we can go back and do the first one. Or not the first one, but the one in the one
Was
in
there
the
another
little...
doll there you could take?
Well, that one's like... Yeah, that one's like stuck down.
Oh, alright.
We're being mocked, personally.
Kind of a weak ass ghost, that's all it's got. A mannequin?
It's the doll of Mia that we had to operate on in the main game.
That's cool.
Okay, so
Yeah, they should bring that Joe character back, and they should put him in a game with Wesker's kid. I think those two.
Joe and Wesker's
yeah,
kid.
Yeah. Those two would actually be a good match for each other.
Okay, so Lucy. I feel like I should wait till Alex gets
Why are
back.
they cleaning a restroom?
Maybe they're just shoving a broom in her face.
Oh, they're just like trapping her in there. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're bullying her.
Oh yeah, because
I think that's supposed to be us.
Catherine girl from the Node, who she thought was going to be her friends, but I guess they just bullied her.
Yep.
All right.
So that's supposed so the whoever the voice is that keeps talking to us is like mocking us by bringing up our.
Is that note readable?
Yeah. We need to clean that gross mold off of her. I feel like I should tell Alex before I put it all down.
Doesn't miss any of this. Whatever it is.
Well, it's new, Ulysses. You're a year older.
Yeah. I'm ancient now.
Like 1,032, right?
Yeah. I don't know. There's not much that's fucking new. I don't fucking know. Did you hear about that hairy snail they found?
The hairy snail? No.
Yeah, they found a hairy snail.
So this is why I got to ask you, because I wouldn't have known about this hairy snail if you
don't keep up on hairy snail news?
I don't have a Google alert.
You don't go to hairysnails.ru?
I don't. Do I need to? I guess I need to.
I've reminded you so many times. But no, they found this hairy ass snail, right? It was sitting in this like little chunk of amber from like 99 million years ago.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. And hairy snails are rare, but there are a few of them that are still around today.
Hairy snail?
Yeah, hairy snails.
Oh.
Sage wasn't keeping up on the hairy snails.
I didn't even know that there were hairy snails. Yeah, I didn't have my Google alerts for hairy snails.
I thought that was going to be some blue sky crappy, like animated, maybe Ice Age 17 or something. Like Harry Styles was in it, and he was Harry Snail.
Harry Styles, the hairy snail.
I'd watch that.
Would you?
Yeah.
I haven't watched an Ice Age movie in quite a while. Did they only make 5?
I'm pretty
sure there are
at
more than
least
that.
13.
Are there?
No, I don't think there's. I don't think there's that many.
I think there are more than 5, though.
Are there more than 5?
It's like 6 or 7.
5 was the last one I remember for sure coming out. I didn't see it, but
I mean, I'm counting the spin-offs, right? Where they just have the squirrel. But yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Scratch?
Even that I think is only. Even then I think there's only like one of those spin-offs.
What's that dude's name? Is it
Nuts?
Scratch?
I think so. I think
I
it's
thought it
Scratch.
was nuts.
Scratch. Nuts?
Nuts. I know. He collects nuts.
Honestly, I didn't even know he had a fucking name. It never came up.
I don't remember why I know that, but I'm pretty sure his name's Scratch.
I just remember that even just like the first one being, I think, actually like a good kids movie.
Yeah.
Has one of the weirdest voice casts of all time. Ray Romano, Dennis Leary, and what's his name?
That plays the sloth, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, there it is again. That's the doll of Mia that we had to operate on as Ethan.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember.
Louis?
John
Leguizamo.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah, Dennis Leary, Ray Romano, and John Leguizamo. That's a weird cast.
It is,
That is a weird cast. Then they just started putting like singers into all of them. Wasn't Drake?
Peter Dinklage, I know, was the guest star actor in one of them.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, okay. Every time we come through here, there's more and more
What did he play?
drawings on the wall.
Yeah, who is Peter Dinklage?
Oh, I don't. I think he was like a monkey pirate.
Oh yeah, they did have monkey pirates.
I guess. I do remember that now, yeah.
Holding the present. Yep. I assume that's Lucy because of the way her arms are. Oh, wait.
I think it's...
No, I'm wrong. I had the wrong doll. Yeah, because she's holding the... Gotta match them up with
Isn't this just a scene from Carrie?
It looks like it. It does look a lot like
blood.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, were these other like 11-year-olds like really setting up like this complicated like Carrie style
Sure, why
bully
not?
session?
That sounds like something kids would do.
Kids can be pretty demented, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hi, Cass. You're just crawling all over me.
Oh Jesus.
At this point, why would you even be
It's getting
surprised?
pretty dark.
All right. Okay, I'm assuming the one with
Wait,
no
they just
label
burn
at
her as a
all.
witch?
Is the new doll? Yeah.
Yeah. That doll, this doll, that new one we just got, that was in 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember that being in 7.
Okay, I don't remember that.
It's at the it's like kind of right at the beginning where
They're all about to throw flaming bundles of sticks in there.
Yeah, burn her as a witch.
Ah. Burn her! She's the...
Oh, yeah, no, that's got to be Catherine because Lucy's written on the...
Plus, it's a long scribble. And Catherine is a longer name.
Well, and Lucy, that one's actually written on there.
Yeah.
That's the only one that is.
Okay, then.
Fuck you.
I'm starting to enjoy this ghost sense of humor.
So sad.
So weird. Pick up the phone.
About to get rickrolled.
Who is phone?
And whose phone?
Fine. I'll help you out. Just take the elevator to me. Mommy might be upset that I'm helping
Hello,
you, though.
kitty.
Who are you?
Do you guys...
You're a cuddly sucker, aren't you?
Do you guys know... I'm pretty confident. You guys know who that is yet? I am quite confident that I know who that voice is.
I'm not sure.
Frida Kahlo.
Yes, how did you know?
The unibrow gave it away. I do think committing to a unibrow is like...
I mean, does anyone
it takes
commit
a
to
lot
it?
of confidence. I mean, like, you couldn't shave, like, it's not that hard of a problem to fix. So
Don't look away.
Okay. You looked away, Sage.
Yeah. Oh, don't look away, dude.
He just looked away.
Dude, I told you, don't look away.
So it's the doll of Mia, but it's like a weeping angel from Doctor Who now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we just have to...
Well, that was Don't Blink, I thought.
Isn't it kind of the same thing? Like you...
Well, yeah, it is, but still.
Just looking away in general. That's honestly that's a cool use
cool.
of because you're doing something with like the doll of Mia didn't do anything like that didn't chase you in the main game.
I like the way it moves too. It's really cool.
Yeah,
so it's sort of like a Ray Harryhausen type going on.
And it really is like following you just until you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there anything behind you? How can you tell?
Don't look away, Sage.
Better turn around, buddy.
You looked away.
Okay. You must have missed something. What's that exclamation point? Is that just the entrance?
It's locked. It's the door, but it's locked from the other side.
What's that thing next to it? Is that a mug of beer?
That's the save.
Oh.
It's a typewriter.
Oh, it's a typewriter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the exclamation point next to it?
That's the breaker box, which we need to find a fuse to.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. Well, let's just back up this way.
Yep. Backtrack. It's interesting because there's not too many video games that make you walk backwards through the environment.
That's true, yeah.
So it is kind of
that's pretty.
It's kind of an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, that is unique.
Do you think they'll throw regular enemies at you while you're doing this too?
Oh,
that'd be hilarious.
I don't think they will. No, I think this section is just like the baby was the only thing you had to worry about.
Maybe in the storage room. Can you get into the storage room?
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking we must.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
We're a lot slower going backwards too.
It is creepy.
Yeah, this is a pretty effective sequence, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the eyes.
It'd be nice if you could close the door.
I think she might be able to open.
You think so?
I mean, why not? It's a mannequin that can walk around.
Got hands,
Yeah.
articulated fingers. That's a
Yeah.
good point. And, back down this hallway.
Can you just kick it over when you're looking at it?
You'd think you could just like unscrew its legs or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. What's it gonna
Is
do?
the door not open? Oh.
Oh, no, it's
There's
blocked
shit
off.
in the way.
Okay, so we can't go that way.
Huh, so it must be around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's probably an alternate route or something.
So so we must have been going kind of the right way.
Check out this room.
Oh wait, what? There's totally a door there right there.
Oh,
How did we not go?
Turn around, yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're
That's
walking
fair.
backwards,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's hard to.
and
it's
you're
not as
trying
easy
not
to-
to look at anything but her, so you're not really looking around the room, because if you do, she'll sneak up on you.
Okay, let's see.
So you gotta go to the end of this hallway.
Yeah.
You gotta back up all the way.
Yeah, okay, so back up straight from here.
You'll have to be quick about it.
Oh, the
Oh,
door
it's already
opened.
open.
You backed in, and the door automatically opened.
That's helpful.
Yeah. She doesn't want to come down here, or what?
We haven't looked away yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the.
Suppose you gotta go in there.
Okay. Into this room. Where are you going?
I have to. There's a thing I have to use my powers on to clear
Oh,
the.
okay, I got you.
Yeah, you gotta get her in a spot where you can see her.
See her at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you can get this enemy trapped like in a corner or something?
Did she get through that?
Oh,
Nope.
sweet. Nice.
Sure.
So now
if
you can
grab
actually-
the fuse,
yeah.
though, the door will open and she'll.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, but now it's dark.
Jesus Christ!
Let's see. Let's see if we can get her.
Like, if you can get her around the other side of the bed, maybe?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, create some space.
And then if you go in the corner by the bed here and then turn away, maybe she's too dumb.
She's gonna.
Oh, there's two of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All right,
she's
that's-
not stupid enough for that, I guess. Oh, damn.
That's cool as was.
Well, but as long as they're together, you'll be fine.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I think the
It's
hard
only
part
really a
is-
problem if there's a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if you could manage to get all of them in a gaggle, then you'll be fine.
This is like a cat herding simulator.
Mm-hmm. Just be careful, because they're...
Oh, shit.
Yep, called that.
You don't want to moonwalk right into one.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so be listening for something coming up behind you.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're pretty clunky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's another
Is that
one.
another one? Yeah.
no.
That one's just like shoving her ass in your face.
Oh, hopefully they can't follow you through the elevator.
No.
I
As
think
long as
that's
you're
the end of
looking
the
at him.
sequence.
As long as you're looking at
Will
him.
this thing work? Why are you doing this?
You're after the crystal, aren't you?
Do you know
Obviously.
where it is?
I mean, we're all after. We're all chasing that dragon, all right?
Mhm.
Entertain him, and maybe I'll help.
More dolls.
So is this Crystal Nethany that we're talking to?
It's a good guess. It's a good guess. Oh, look, we're all little now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're all tiny.
It's some Alice in Wonderland type shit.
Poor little Rose.
Let's play hide and seek. Can you make it all the way here without getting caught?
Bedroom.
When are we going to get another Alice game?
Well, they supposedly have been working on one. I mean,
it's
been a couple of years since I've heard anything about it, but...
Oh, this is some bullshit.
Oh, jeez. They're moving.
Why are you so surprised about that? It's not the first doll you've seen wandering around.
Don't get caught in the white would be my assumption.
Yeah.
I would guess that's their
the
entire field of awareness. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. They can't. Yeah, they can't.
That's a cool looking enemy.
I guess I should keep heading this way.
Oh, there's one of them's in here. I saw the spotlight.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them, I think.
Okay.
We got to find a way up there. It looks like
without
and destroy.
getting spotted.
Yeah.
Oh, one's coming around the corner.
Sure, it's handy that they have spotlights.
Right, because you know exactly like how much of them you can get by and not get by.
Okay, now you can go up.
Let's see, this one we got to wait for this one to turn around.
It's not going to come this way.
No, it's not.
Okay.
They seem to have pretty set patrol routes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this isn't even as like complicated as like Metal Gear Solid 1.
Sky butthole is down. I repeat, sky butthole is down.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all.
No.
Maybe it'll get harder as you go.
Well, it could, but I have a feeling that
There were only like 5 of the dolls or something.
Well, I also have a feeling that the Mia sequence that Mia doll is probably the most horror thing we're getting in this whole expansion.
Oh, they're busy, so now you can...
Yeah, they don't. You can walk right behind them. It seems like, and they can't hear you.
Yep, their entire field of awareness is that spotlight.
Should have gotten smarter dolls.
There's gotta be something I can do.
You think this is what it's going to be like when the robots take over?
No, man, they're gonna kill us to that mashed potato. Mashed potato. Do you love me? That's gonna be the downfall of the human race.
Yeah, they're gonna be dancing.
Dancing and killing us.
I want that version.
Ripping our spines out.
I want that version of Terminator.
Do you love me? Do you love me?
Oh shit, that'd be good.
I'm making mashed potato.
When are we gonna get more Terminator? I mean, Arnold's doesn't have much longer to live, surely.
I don't know. I want to know if that Terminator got cleared to go through that checkpoint.
Yeah. Well, we do know it got cleared to go through the checkpoint. Its ID checked out.
I just want to follow up.
Well, I want to see what'll happen.
They should do a Terminator movie where it's like a life in the day of one of those checkpoint robots. You know?
Yeah, that's great. It's like a slice of life anime.
Yeah. It'd be like the robot TSA or whatever.
The Robo TSA.
Terminator robots inspecting each other to make sure they're not smuggling bombs onto their own Terminator aircraft.
Excuse me, I need to check inside your asshole.
God, that series is so top.
Paul Blart Terminator verifier.
Oh wow, that
one
just.
I guess
that one just broken.
I guess I didn't walk in the spotlight.
Yeah, there was no spotlight.
Well, there was. I barely avoided it, but I got so close to it that you
would expect it would have got triggered.
Maybe his head was turned slightly somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple of years, so I'm surprised there hasn't been another Terminator yet.
Maybe they're just...
Well, when did 6 come out?
It's been a few years.
There's the big one.
Oh, she's got some spotlight eyes, too.
Probably makes her easier to deal with, though.
To be honest.
But she's not going to stop when you look at her anymore, is she?
Yeah, but
she's gonna move around fully no matter what we're doing. But now she can't. She is also not going to notice us unless we're in the spotlight.
Yeah, if she has a fixed patrol route, she'll be really easy to deal with. This kind of gives me reminds me of that one little like indie horror game. I can't think of the name at the moment.
I bet I've played it.
I know you have actually. You're
in the spotlight, dude.
Oh shit!
I think you did.
Yeah, I don't think that white sage is going to
I'm
kill
pretty
it.
sure it's an instant kill. Oh, it's not.
Guess not.
What?
I guess we're hurt. We're
Don't
fucked
get
up.
seen, dude.
Aha! Oh, we can knock him over
Alright.
temporarily anyway.
Yeah, but
We'll limp them.
you only have very limited white sage supplies.
Oh, that was the only one we had.
Well, you got
Nightmare.
one.
I think
You
it
have
was Little
one
Nightmare.
more.
Oh yeah. I love the Little Nightmares.
Yeah,
Those are great.
this reminds me of that quite a bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, don't get
Those are
seen.
ones I'd love for us to play on the stream at some
That'd be
point.
fun, yeah.
Don't get seen again, dude.
I don't think you could take another sight to
No,
the face.
definitely not.
Most people can't.
All right, that was your last attack.
Does it recharge?
Only if he finds more of that white
Yeah,
sage.
no, it's an item-based
Yeah.
thing.
Hi, dog.
Bedroom is just over there.
That's our end goal there.
Okay.
Oh, there's a little more.
Nice.
Yes, Age, don't forget
Oh.
to use yourself.
Shit. Should have seen you. I guess it has to. I guess it can't be when
Well,
it's
found you
randomly
now.
turning. Oh well.
At least you got it.
Oh shit.
Ooh, fuck.
I don't know if you can do that with that one.
Probably not.
Don't think so. I'm guessing that one's invulnerable. If she comes around this way,
You better hope the other one doesn't wake up.
yeah, I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Where have you hidden yourself?
Yeah, this isn't. I mean, I've played Hitman and Metal Gear Solid. It's
Yeah.
tame first as far as
This is
stealth.
Stay here.
this is easy mode for
Stay
stealth.
here, dude.
What's that?
Oh, found
Oh
you.
shit! What?
Yeah, you can't. You
Bye-bye.
can't hide there. I guess.
Squish.
Oh, all right.
I assume the table's not supposed to be in the way.
Yeah, you got to stay out of the spotlight no matter what. I guess. Oh, it didn't.
Alright.
It didn't put you in too bad of a
No,
spot.
no, no, no. That's
Kind of Attack on Titan vibes for that kill.
Right.
At least for, how it's supposed to look when there's not a table in the way.
All right.
right.
Well, here comes this one.
All right. So we know that at least that lasts long enough for that.
Yeah, that thing's down and out pretty much.
Yeah.
Where have you hidden yourself?
All right. I just. Yeah. Wait on the other side of this table.
Now she's coming.
She coming. Yeah. I don't know. Just stay back.
Yeah, at least that other
Okay,
there
then
you
she
go.
does turn around.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Fuck.
Punch
No one
those.
likes Rose. Because she's a queen.
That's great.
Just like her dad. That's why she doesn't have any friends. Shut up!
Talking shit about
That's
dad.
true. What is wrong with her? She's afraid. Look at her. Afraid of what she might turn into.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh. This is gonna be like a straight chase sequence now.
Looks like it.
Are you really gonna be able to hold that door open?
I don't think that's gonna work.
Just seems impractical.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh yeah, this is like a straight up like.
That's cool.
I think yet again that the House Beneviento is the best part of this expansion.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's the best part of the main game, but it is the creepiest part.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
the
main
most
game.
horror part by far.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like some Silent Hill shit.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
honestly.
Huge PT vibe.
It's funny. I mean, now we're getting Silent
Actual
Hill,
Silent Hill vibe.
but like it did
And
seem like
Silent Hill, whatever the fuck that is.
yeah, Silent Hill. Silent Hill, I'd like to fuck. But it did seem like in Resident Evil Village that it did kind of feel like Capcom almost was like, you know, Konami won't do anything with Silent Hill, so we're going to make our own little Silent Hill sequence in Resident Evil.
Sure.
Take much more of this.
And now we actually got Silent I tell you, man, Resident Evil, it's what spurred, like, the horror boom of the early 2000s on, like, the PlayStation 2, and now it's what seems to be what is, like...
revival, too.
Yeah, so both, like, golden age of horror video games have been kickstarted by Resident Evil. Resident Evil's in both eras.
It's sort of the Doom of horror games.
Yeah, right, it really is. Yeah.
Try to imagine.
I mean, even Alone in the Dark, Resident Evil's like only real predecessor is even getting a reboot that is inspired by modern Resident Evil games.
That's crazy.
Would he have been there for me?
Do you resent him? Yeah, it's difficult, but it's clearly Ethan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I try to imagine what he might have said to me.
Okay.
It's something very obvious.
Oh, it's the house from the very beginning. Yeah. The one Chris shoots up because he won't tell Ethan what's going on. I mean, like, I love Resident Evil Village. That was like my game of the year last year.
Was silly.
But it's silly. Yeah, it's like it's very contrived that Chris is just like, I'm not going to tell you what's happening, so that you have a reason to go on.
I'm just gonna fucking
shoot your wife in front.
Raid your house. Yeah,
I mean,
shoot your wife.
He easily could have walked in, shot her, and gone, Ethan, stay away. That's not your wife. But he just was like, no, I'm not going to tell you what's happening. Decorate the living room, get wine. Rose's other present in the study. Okay.
Go to the study.
I'm so lucky to have you both in my life.
It's Ethan's little memories.
Is that Dad?
Yeah, no shit.
It's very clearly what's going on.
When I was a baby.
Do you guys want to click on all of Ethan's little things or just go upstairs?
It's up to you, I suppose.
I don't care that much. We could just go upstairs. It's just gonna be him going like, "Oh, you were a baby. you were such a baby
You did
when you were a baby.
things.
You did baby things. That's a nice shower."
So it would be funny if she was looking.
good one.
If she was looking around, going like, "Oh, this must have been when my mom got shot." That's pretty cool.
This tune has always been special for our family.
I think I've heard this before.
It sounds like every music box.
It goes. How did it go again? Do.
Truly a unique and defining tune.
Rose, half birthday. Do you celebrate half birthday?
People probably do now. People celebrate every fucking thing now.
Well, they need stuff to put on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually think that's where a lot of the celebrations have come from. Is people are going, need something for my feed.
I could maybe see it
Gender
for a
reveal
newborn
parties.
that is that is on their first year,
maybe
because they're half a year or whatever. I could see that, but only that one time.
Yeah.
For their very first year, right?
You think maybe that'll be the trend, though? Is like soon we'll have like half-year birthdays?
Man, we better not.
We'll have like, what would that even be? Like it's not
like
really a birthday.
Bullshit.
It's like
it sounds like some Hobbit
a birth
bullshit,
halfway.
Don't forget about second birthdays.
Yeah. But hey, that is twice as much cake.
I'll be there.
Oh man, it's what every American needs.
We'll leave you the fuck behind.
And walk to school every day. I'll be there when you have a bad dream.
Psych!
Yeah, that was a lie.
Just at the end of the letter, psych!
And tell you that everything's gonna be alright. You are my precious.
It'd be funny if just, wait, I won't be able to do any of those things because I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
No one loves you.
It's Evelyn from 7.
Goddamn evil Lynch.
I was pretty sure about. I recognized the voice almost immediately. I think that's actually pretty clever too, because like the as much as I like 7, the last chunk of it's not great, and like she does not. You don't get like a boss fight with her really.
Yes.
Like you shoot her, you shoot. She turns into the big oozing thing, and then you shoot her face, and that's kind of the game's over.
Right.
So I think this is kind of a cool maybe second chance to have like an actual finale conclusion with Evelyn. So almost like have a extra ending to 7 in a way.
Don't have the purifying crystal?
I already snorted it.
Of course not.
Goddamn swamp people doing all the drugs.
You know, I do think
for the rest of us.
I think a big missed opportunity, though, in this DLC, and it's not over yet, but I think a big missed opportunity is if the whole thing is we're going through areas we've seen before, right? It's partially because it's very easy for them to reuse assets, right?
Right.
The other thing, the thing that is a big missed opportunity is why not reuse some assets from 7 and have us walk around the Baker house if the mold network has just like the memories of like people who like died around the mold who were connected to it.
Just turning into battling seizure robots.
but like if it's got we could have been chased around by like Jack or Marguerite or something here, right? Like that could have been really cool.
Or we could have gotten Joe as a sidekick.
I would have loved to see Joe. Well, she's jealous, right? Because Miranda, Evelyn was a failed experiment. What happened? Where am I? Oh shit. Nope. We died.
Poo-poo got you.
The poo-poo got us. But yeah, because we learned in 8 that Evelyn was like a failed experiment of Miranda's. So Miranda's trying to bring her daughter who died of the Spanish flu back. So she's jealous, I guess, of Rose for that reason.
First.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
First.
I get it.
Why does she only want you?
Yeah, she must be referred to
What are
Miranda.
you talking about? Look at you! You are beyond!
Sorry, I want Kane to yell at people in his office.
Just casually, for no reason. No.
Well, I also want him to pay little kids to come in and do it for him. Oh shit, I went the wrong way again. Fuck.
You're gonna die.
We barely made it up. Some more white sage.
Just so greedy.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
That's supposed to happen?
Probably.
I think.
So many friends that never
Fucking. Yeah, I think these things are just coming at us until we get to the door.
If I had a daughter, I'd get a dollster like that for her.
Would you?
With size for hands?
Yeah, that'd be fun. You don't think that'd be a lot of fun? Your little kitty play with little size and shit, you know?
Yeah, you know.
Oh shit, it's all of those dolls.
Well, it's important that you let your kids play with all the toys.
Yeah.
You know, so like,
Especially
they can find out if they're a boy, a girl, a psycho murderer.
Psycho killer. Like this truck. Bum, 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 bum.
should have chance. They were supposed to die and join me here.
What? Oh, Ethan and Mia?
Yeah. She's distracted by a firefly.
Yeah. It's Ethan's magic particle effects.
Damn ray tracing.
Yeah, she got taken out by ray tracing.
Nice.
Michael. Good, you made
It's
it
definitely Ethan.
What are you talking about? It's clearly the Archangel Michael.
Well, that was the reference she made. She's
I
like,
know.
oh, my guardian angel or whatever, but it's also like, how has she not guessed this yet?
I guess she's not very smart.
I guess. I mean, I doubt we'll ever see the character Rose again after this DLC.
It's
That's
for
probably
story reasons.
We still can't get out.
I don't know, we might in some like far future game, just not
powers on her.
in any of the upcoming games for sure.
Yeah.
You gotta fight Evelyn.
Maybe we'll get like a Resident Evil 2077. or
More
something.
power? Okay, so we have more slots for our power now.
Nice. You're using it
Don't
to
panic.
fight Evelyn.
Never! Never!
Shit. Okay.
Calm down.
Wind
little
blasts. Or she's just gonna fart at us?
Hey, she's like Zephyr from Bandersnatch.
Wait for an opening.
I've
Okay.
been such a good girl!
Ah, I don't believe that. You.
Look at this house.
Yeah,
You
she-
think
she
a good
also
girl
took
would
over
make
a
this mess?
plantation.
Yeah, and she's just like throwing a big temper tantrum
Yeah.
right now. Like,
She hasn't
that's
cleaned
the
up her
opposite
room,
of like
like-
acceptable behavior.
Well, also look at what she did to the Baker house in 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many documentary film crews that she got dragged into the basement.
I don't know. Who likes documentary film crews?
Gassy.
Yeah. She's a gassy ghost.
The worst kind. You think that's the thing? Like, there are haunted houses where the ghosts can't, like, throw furniture or anything around.
But they just drop ass?
Yeah!
It's actually really funny. It's like, do you smell sulfur?
Yeah, that's why sulfur's associated with the paranormal.
Late at night, she still walks the hallways and crop dusts you.
Legend says you can smell her ass. Okay. Oh shit, there's another one. Whoop. Yeah, damn, that's a real powerful, like...
Oh, that's Beans night.
The triple one, that's impressive.
Farts like this can only come from refried beans.
Man, you can't refry no beans.
I like how she's trying to drown you in oil and send, like, dolls with scythes on them after you, but now she's just resorting to wind.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't think this is what you should have saved for last.
Yeah, this is the least threatening. Oh shit. Wait till she's done ripping.
There you go.
More beans, Mr. Talbot?
Taste particle effects. It's the power of the PlayStation 5.
I can't believe how useless I am.
Yeah, you're gonna beat her by turning her into, like, a PS2 era model.
This defeat was brought to you by Unreal Engine.
Oh, you know, Silent Hill 2 is going to be one of the first games in Unreal Engine 5.
That's true.
It's all your
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Come on, reduce her to polygons.
What you have? What you want?
Look out!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's Ethan. Surprising no one.
Yeah. I didn't see that
Find
coming.
that crystal.
What? What? It's Ethan. Who could have foreseen?
I thought it was going to be Jill.
The
It's
crystal,
just Jill for some reason.
the crystal was the friends we made along the way.
Friends of my nose.
You mean the meth we made along the way?
Turns out my real friends was the meth I did along the way.
I really like this new version of Cooking Mama.
Cooking meth mama.
That's good. I like that.
Quick, get to the window before the amphetamines fall on the floor.
That voice. My dad's voice.
Now you're... Yeah.
My dad.
Oh my god, come on.
How would you not have put that together in the fucking house with all the pictures of the baby talk and...
Right.
That's what she should have been like, oh, okay, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's...
Keep going. I have to find that crystal.
That's what my dad would have wanted.
I'm on my own.
He left her a batch of meth in his will.
I have to keep going.
When times
God,
get tough.
the journey to find my dad's crystal.
It's in the trailer out back.
What's all this doing out here?
7 would have been the game for there to be some
Meth.
He should have just handed you a glass pipe and be like, "You'll need this."
Ooh, that's cool.
This looks like
now?
I was gonna say this looks like Berserk.
That's like, that was
Almost Death
exactly
Stranding.
what I was thinking.
I'd say also Death Stranding because
Oh,
of the
sure.
big black lines in the sky.
So somewhere in between Berserk and Death Stranding. Not a good place to be.
Yeah, well, are we gonna get some poop grenades? That's your.
Is Ethan going to come back as the Skull Knight?
Right. That's got to be Miranda, right?
Is she going to read you your Miranda?
The whole shape-shifting thing. Yeah, that's totally Miranda.
What?
So we'll touch on the villains of 7 and 8 in this DLC.
Yeah, why not? What about them werewolves? Do we get like Big Daddy Santa?
I'm assuming it. I mean, maybe. Well, no, it seems like we're probably just getting like.
I mean, we're definitely in the end stages of this DLC.
Oh yeah, this has got to be the climax.
We're also got a lot of ammo. Oh,
you gotta kill yourself.
We do.
Oh, maybe you don't.
Oh, now we can knock. Now we knock him over.
I'm even stronger than before.
I don't know about the message this game is sending.
Crystal meth makes you stronger.
Or
and self-harm is necessary for mental stability.
I was going to say, how to deal... It's teaching us that the best way to deal with emotional trauma is to kill yourself.
Especially with a little girl who doesn't have any friends in school. Everybody treats her like shit. Like,
well, I mean, I'm assuming she'll triumph by the time this is over.
After killing herself and doing meth?
Well, I mean... I like the creature design for the like rose zombies, though. That's pretty.
That is
pretty
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I need to find that crystal.
I need
it.
Man, they should have come up with a better name for that.
I can
Gotta
quit.
get the crystal.
I can quit anytime I want.
I just need one last crystal for old time's sake.
Maybe it's the dark crystal.
Oh, there's going to be some Skeksis in this?
What are the Skeksis?
I'm going to snort your acid.
What was? I mean, that's pretty.
A lot of crystal went into the making of dark
Skeksis-like
crystal.
right there.
Oh, what?
Oh, it's you.
Creepy.
It's just like a heart pooping out rose. Pooping out a bunch of roses.
Man, if your heart is pooping, you need to see a doctor.
Yeah, they call a doctor if your heart poops longer than 4 hours. Megamycete absorbs the memories of all life within its reach, but there are laws which govern this world within it. It seems worthwhile to catalog them as they become apparent. Memories that comprise this realm do not strictly reflect reality. Only those who are attuned to the Megamycete in life retain control of their faculties here in this realm. This aligns with my understanding of the Megamycete as revealed to me in its visions before my death. Yes, my death, my physical body is gone, absorbed into the Megamycete, and yet I do not despair. This fate has granted me my fascinating insights all those years I strived and have continued to strive. They are not for nothing. The memories, consciousness, understanding, and knowledge I accumulated in life have transferred here to the Megamycete, where it serves as a source of power within this realm. If I can harness this power, I believe I can use it to affect the thoughts and memories of others. Of course, it's hardly a perfect arrangement with so many minds and memories gathered here. Finding and retrieving a single person from amidst the rabble has proven an immense challenge. Her memories are here, yes, but dissolute. Perhaps what is needed is the right vessel into which to hold her. Of course, I know of the perfect vessel, the only real candidate in all my years of searching, Rosemary. So yeah, it's just Miranda trying to figure out how to like turn us into her daughter again from inside of this now.
If they had more kids, do you think that she would have had a sibling named Time?
Maybe. Rosemary and
Paul
Time.
Simon has anything to say about it, yeah. By experimenting with the possibilities of manipulating and reviving the consciousness stored within the Megamycete, when a person dies, their consciousness is stored and preserved, but over time it becomes diffused and diluted, spread thin throughout the Megamycete, and mixed with other consciousness and memories. Extracting and reassembling an individual who has thus diffused has proved a monumental effort. As an experiment, I decided to see what would happen if I used different individuals' consciousness to create an entity. Results were fascinating. Gathered fragments, respooled the threads, and succeeded in creating an individual birthed anew. Success, to be sure, but while his unusual physique resembled a man I once knew, he was possessed of a deeply warped psyche and was missing a portion of his face. While manipulating memories to create a person is possible, the creations are flawed and unstable. It will not be possible to manufacture a suitable vessel this way.
Who wrote all this?
I guess she wouldn't know who Miranda is, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd intended to duplicate Rosemary Winters with the hope that a perfect replica might serve as a suitable vessel. However, the results were less than ideal. It would seem that some sort of interference is preventing me from creating a suitable replica. Instead, I've succeeded in making what is essentially a living doll. It resembles the real thing, yes, but has no power. Such a pathetic husk could never prove suitable. Continue my efforts in hopes of discerning the source of this interference. Several hypotheses. The fact that Rose herself is alive, some other actor within the realm, applaud my methods of production. None of these seem especially likely to be the sole reason, nor are any of them easy problems to solve. Perhaps my best hope is to somehow bring Rose into this realm. Were she to offer herself as a vessel, it would be simple. Further experiments with these Rose copies have yielded another interesting wrinkle. When subjected to a situation evoking extreme terror, they actually begin to express some semblance of Rose's powers. Warrants more abilities. Warrants more research. I think that my first creation, the Mass Duke, is just the wonderful Rose. Oh, so that was that's the one thing she created.
Yeah, I mean that's what when she was saying is missing a portion of the
Yeah,
space.
that
That's why it must be
That's
wearing
why
the
it's
The mask. It would seem that at some point during my experiments with consciousnesses, an intruder made herself at home in my realm. This intruder was none other than the failure Evelyn, who has been running about enacting her own pitiful agenda, which has led to a slight disruption in my own plans. Had Evelyn not interfered, Rosemary Winters would have been on the verge of despair, dispossessed of her will to live and her mutamycete powers. Instead, a new passion burns within her. I shall have to extinguish it.
Evelyn was actually helpful.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so reunited you with your dad for a millisecond.
The heart's still
Yeah,
pooping.
see, sometimes what you need in your life is a vengeful bitch.
Yep.
Heart,
Heart's
pooping
still
more.
pooping.
Nope, still pooping babies. If your heart's pooping babies, call your doctor.
Is your heart pregnant?
Oh God, heart abortions.
Oh no. Alright.
There's that feeling again. So
This is
strong.
strong. It must be the
Must be
crystal.
God, they needed to rethink that name.
They really did.
Almost there. Michael.
Ethan.
She
You even
did they
know
never
now.
tell her what her dad's name
Yeah.
was? Like, that seems weird, right?
She's just gonna grow up thinking her dad was named Michael.
Like, also, like, where's Mia in her life? Right? Like, where's Mia?
Dad.
I mean, I know we're, like, in a weird other realm. Black God, which lives in us and in which we live, create for us a new world as befits your will. Your dark consciousness holds for us a second chance, graciously offered and joyously accepted. Drink the blood of the lost lamb as it falls upon your darkened earth, not to destroy but to preserve, and once again deliver unto life.
Okay.
Twisted shit.
I'm not sure what that's referencing, actually, because there was nothing like it. It did seem like there was some weird, like, even older significance to the umbrella symbol in Village, but we didn't actually ever learn what that was. It was
Right.
like there's a hint of like these old cave drawing, like of like the symbol, but we don't really know what it means. Maybe there's going to be some like maybe 9's going to be about some ancient god.
Yeah, that'd be
entity.
interesting.
Because in the trailers for the 4 remake, that 4-winged symbol that's in Village is in 4, which was not in the original 4. So they're clearly doing something to like tie the cult in 4 and the cult in Village together a little bit.
Right.
So I'm wondering if maybe that's going to help build up 9. So the 4 remake's also going to help like lay seeds for what.
Maybe we'll get some like Lovecraftian shit going on.
Honestly, that would be a cool direction.
It would
some
be.
Lovecraftian stuff. Let's do some of that in Resident Evil. That
It
would
actually
actually
fit
be
pretty well.
Yeah, because like 7 Texas Chainsaw, Evil Dead, 8, Universal monsters in your Gothic castle. But if 9 was like full on Lovecraftian, that could be super cool. That could be super cool.
Yeah, it's Lady Gaga.
Rose, I've waited so long for you.
Who are
Where's
you?
your accent supposed to be from?
My name is Miranda. You had become so powerful. Far too powerful for me to subdue directly.
Poke the eye
So,
on that thing just to see.
so that you might willingly use your powers.
No.
Oh, the whole thing was a trick.
Kay said.
Did he? Or did I?
I think you flashback to it. You don't need to visualize that.
No, you really didn't.
There you can
It's like any time a movie has like a flashback to something that just happened.
No way.
Now you can become the vessel for my Eva!
Who?
That was the daughter. that she was trying to resurrect.
Okay.
Run!
I don't know what.
They're still not showing us his face. They went out of their way.
Michael's face.
Ethan's face.
Michael.
So she said his name even.
Yeah, it's Michael.
Like even because they added the third person view mode to the game, right, to the main campaign. This mode cannot. You can't even play this in first person at all. This DLC.
Okay.
This is only third person.
Makes sense.
But the main game you can like change to being third person now, and you can try if you try and turn the camera to look at his face, he like straight up like looks away.
Interesting.
So like they still like have made it so you can't see his face in the main game unless you mod or like break the game itself.
The twist is it's going to actually turn out to be Wesker.
I guess they really wanted to just preserve as much of the Ethan is a player avatar
I
thing
guess,
as
yeah,
possible.
that makes sense.
Which is, I mean, that's fine.
I'm fine. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
It's also interesting because like Resident Evil, with the exception of Ethan in 7 and 8, has always been a series with very strong, like specific character protagonists.
Yeah.
Right. You got between Chris, Leon, Jill, and Claire, and Ada. Like you have real like established personalities that have like good dynamics that play off each other in all those games. So that was when 7 came out. That was a huge departure for the whole franchise to do like a player avatar kind of character like that.
Just ahead.
Rose!
Those are some long ass fingers.
Makes me think of like the Lady Deathstrike in the X-Men comics, with the animated comic version of it.
It makes me think of that guy from India that they drank the beer poured down his gigantic fingernail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That made me want to puke, dude, when I was pouring that beer down his fingers.
That was
pretty
It's
pretty gross.
Ethan, persistent as always.
Rose, now's your chance. Go live a normal life.
Man, her depth perception must be
No one will
terrible.
ever call you a freak again.
It really must be.
Rose, just go!
Well, so she must that one eye on the wheel. Oh, I guess it's not even there anymore.
No, because the eye is on her forehead now.
I need to know you're safe.
I want to poke her in the.
Yeah, I think that would actually be a valid trick here.
Well, if you only got one, getting poked in the eye definitely.
It worked on Polyphemus.
Run! He's sacrificing himself for you. Just fucking run.
Maybe she
do
can save
have
them.
superpowers.
Yeah, I mean,
No, she gave him away.
Up.
The crystal took him away, didn't it?
Oh.
Wasn't that the whole point where she's like, is this what it feels like?
She's going to
normal?
sacrifice not having superpowers in
Yeah,
order to
she's
save
gonna
him.
like keep her powers to save them.
I don't know why she wouldn't have any friends. You'd think kids would want to be friends with a girl with superpowers.
Yeah, no, dude, legit. Actually, like if you were like a preschooler and another kid had superpowers, you'd be all over that being that kid's friend.
You think your powers will allow you to stand
Unless you have those
against me,
Evelyn
the heart
fart
of my
powers.
domain.
Well, that's pretty. That's not very exciting.
I would definitely make fun of a kid who just
look
ripped
at that
ass
dog.
all the time. Especially if they like destroyed the walls of the school when they
Now we have a Wesker dodge.
Yeah. Can we catch rockets? You have a rocket launcher, lady? Let's test this out.
I don't think we have a rocket launcher,
Here I
unfortunately.
come.
Oh, I was hoping she did, so she
Oh,
can throw
shit.
rockets at
Oh,
us.
we have
a tree.
Yeah, we have like tree powers.
Alright.
So we need. Yeah, we need
There's nothing.
We even need guns for this fight?
I think we still have to shoot her once we get her down.
So we don't have the kind of superpowers that a gun can't supersede.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think they did a pretty good job. This is the best that the series has ever done with having a playable character with actual powers.
Yeah.
What would be
Absorb incoming projectiles.
You can't save your father. You are of two.
Oh, that's like some Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you should get a scouter and check your power level right now.
It's over 9,000.
Impossible.
Very possible.
Never heard
Maybe
of it.
implausible, but
Did she come from a time before shotguns existed?
So much to know. But you're incredible. Well,
Alright, doing this trick again.
Sandstorm bullshit.
She did this in the
Be by my side.
and together we shall rule the galaxy. She's like doing like a shark thing.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a Sharknado next.
Resident Evil Sharknado.
I mean, that wouldn't be completely outside the wheelhouse of these games.
That's true. Having a Sharknado would be different.
I mean, they had a fucking centaur with a gun for a face, so why not?
To resurrect.
And that boss that turned... That was the same boss, actually. It turned into so many different things,
the
yeah.
exact same boss.
Didn't he shapeshift into like 5 different monsters?
He did.
Why it must be.
And including a giant fly for some reason.
Yeah, like a Mothra-sized fly.
That was not on brand.
You had a white sage now?
I
Can you not do the tree thing anymore?
You have to have 3 slots filled up to.
Don't worry, she'll throw crap at you.
Yeah, I have to absorb it from her. Yeah, see, there you go.
You will fall.
Oh, 2 at once, that's helpful. Oh, and she staggers them to make it even more helpful.
Yeah.
There will be
You do have to be decently close to where to pull that off.
Man, lady, you're throwing this fight.
This is a lot easier than the main game fight was with her.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of hard at the very end.
Possess such power.
It's called guns.
Yeah, well, some people, like
There
Aki,
is no happiness.
consider it an ability.
A superpower.
The power to gun?
Yeah,
The
the
ability
ability
to
to gun.
The ability to gun.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do it, you see. Only a very select, special few.
I thought they called guns the great equalizer.
Only one.
That was just the propaganda.
I gotcha.
Oh, I don't want to get oil on me. Oil on my shirt.
Don't poop on me.
Yeah, then you'll have to have the fucking
You
Dawn
just
people
won't
come out
give up.
and clean you
You
up.
really are.
You damn duckling.
That sun that shines inside.
Thank you for providing us with the power we need to kill you.
There's no
I don't think that was going
It's
to
a,
work. Well,
it's a
you
bold strategy.
See how it plays out for him, Cotton.
I feel like she could just like scratch you to death with those long ass fingers.
There you go. Hoisted on your own retard.
No, why do you turn around?
There you go.
This is gonna be it. Yeah, maybe do it
I mean,
one more
you-
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've done it 4 times now, so it's usually I just assume that it'll be 3, but
I
I guess this time it'll be 5.
yeah, I would think so.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, this chick is all flash, no substance.
Oh, she has to do this one.
Oh, we get the
Ooh,
eclipse.
this is cool.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
shit.
my god. What the fuck?
You better start dodging, dude.
Like, I can't.
I'm surprised you survived that, to be honest.
So you just had to take those?
I guess.
Okay.
You probably could have dodged them, but you needed some damn good timing for that.
They were just like covering the whole screen, it seemed like.
Use this.
Take my particle effects.
Destroy her with the power of Unreal.
Here, use my pre-made assets.
Watch it just condense into the Navi from Ocarina of
Oh,
Time.
I'd be so good. Do you need that's worse than the paperclip on Microsoft.
It is the worst companion, maybe, in all of video games.
use your strength to
Kamehameha!
God, this does have serious Berserk vibes.
It definitely
Yeah, what
does.
the fuck?
I think that's probably intentional.
Probably, yeah. I just was not expecting that.
vessel for my ear.
Well, I mean, you know, the Avengers did it, so why wouldn't this?
That's true.
Goddamn vessel.
That's true.
Not some stupid copy. I'm me.
It might even possibly be like a memorial thing since the dude died recently, too.
But that's possible. I mean, this is a Japanese game studio.
Yeah.
I wouldn't if that was a bigger deal
Yeah,
culturally to them.
that specific background shot might as well have been directly. out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh my god!
Alright. I think that's it.
Is he gonna die again?
Cutscene. I mean, I don't think he's gonna die. It's just he's not gonna come out of the.
He's a deadbeat dad.
I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you.
Well, you totally.
Done.
That's just not true.
He's about to go out for milk again.
He's gonna go get a packet of cigarettes in the consciousness realm.
It was my choice, and I don't regret it one bit. If I had left you, then we never would have had this chance to talk.
Well, none of us see his
theoretical
face.
face.
Your theoretical face to theoretical face.
Maybe he just doesn't have a face.
He had a nose. We saw it.
Well, the thing is people broke the camera even in 7, and he has I mean, there is a face. It's like
shit.
they did design
What's
a
it
face.
look like?
It's very plain. I mean, it's just kind of generic white dude.
I mean, you saw the top-down view of his face to the extent that it's like, yeah, he's got like a sharp nose. And he's got a jaw.
Yeah.
Like,
he has a mouth.
I don't know. I think it would be cool if like he had like an elephant trunk or something.
An elephant trunk?
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be different.
Or if he was like a proboscis monkey, you know?
That's the reveal. Big twist. He's got a proboscis nose.
Just like a dinner roll on his face. That
would be pretty great. All right, we did it.
Sweet.
And it's 9:18.
Oh, right on time.
Yeah, right on time.
About a 3-hour DLC.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one true ring.
Oh shit.
Well, that wasn't. So she got that
came
with her.
Did you know that that's an alloy?
An alloy?
Have you heard of those, dude?
What is an alloy?
Aw, you fucking dumbass, man.
I'm a legendary blacksmith. How could I possibly know what an alloy is?
Well, let me tell you, as a guy named Sauron. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Oh, you're that dude with the eye.
You guys also realize too that, like, I guess I don't know how much I've talked about this specific part of the whole thing, but you guys realize that Sauron literally was like wanted to be left alone with like and basically just like live a peaceful life, and then Galadriel just kind of forced him to go a bunch of places until he turned evil.
Yeah.
That's called complex character writing, Sage.
It's really not. It's really not complex.
Do you think Saruman's just like a Jamaican Sauron?
Oh my god.
Saruman is the winner, man.
The winner.
Happy birthday.
So this was. So hold on though.
I'd eat
my
that
question.
cereal.
Sorry I missed that.
I have a question here.
I'm still waiting for Saruman begins.
Saruman begins.
I'd watch that.
Now I've got a question here though. In the this is just the ending of the main game. So the DLC that we just played takes place before that cutscene that's at the end of the main game.
Right.
But at the end of this cutscene, they drive off in the van, and then there's like a figure walking up towards them, towards the car. The car stops, and the camera cuts, and that's it. And people like broke the camera, of course, when this came out. The game originally came out, and it's like it was Ethan walking towards the car from at the like super far off in the distance.
Yeah.
Is that going to be explained, or is that going to just be another? Is that they're just going to leave that unresolved? Because I thought this DLC would like.
Well, the DLC isn't over yet, so
No,
maybe we'll
but
find
I
out.
just like how much more could there be?
Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
Yeah, it's probably just a vision that Crystal's given her.
I don't need to hear what you.
I know.
This guy just looks like one of the backup agents from the second Matrix movie.
He's probably going to be dead pretty quick into the next game.
Yeah. Like, look, watch. There's totally there's a figure starts walking up towards the car. and then the car like stops. Is it just gonna stop right there?
I hope it just like zooms right in and it's Ethan.
Yeah, like so. Okay, so what the fuck? So what's that? Because it seems like Nine's not going to be continuing this. Nine's going to stay in like like right immediately after 8 and deal with. Well, I guess we don't know exactly what it is yet, but this whole DLC thing was marketed as 2.5 hours.
Nice, perfect,
nice.
It's because it seems because they marketed this whole thing based on the like. This is the end of the Winters family story, but that did not answer the cliffhanger that the main game left off on in any way. So I'm curious if that's actually it, or like maybe they'll do a spin-off that like does try and pick up. I don't know.
Well, you see, what happened is Ethan came back from like the Shadow Realm, wherever the fuck he was, and then the car hit him, and the driver lost control of the car, and it went over the cliff, and so they all died. That's why it's the end of the Winters family.
I mean, we didn't see that happen, but
it's a possibility.
I think I could still be a possibility.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's why they didn't show it, because they're just like, people will be disappointed in this, so we better keep it mysterious, so people can talk about it for the next couple decades.
Sure.
Then we can have a shitty remake, or not a remake, but a reboot of the franchise 20 years later after a lot of ideas that could be based on that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil's in a good place right now. I don't want to think about like what'll like when it gets back to being in a shitty place as a franchise.
I mean, I'm not saying I want it to. I mean, I hope it continues to be good. It's just that's sort of the inevitable cycle.
Right. I mean, yeah, I hope that
assuming the world doesn't get nuked in the meantime.
Right. That's also definitely a big thing. My hope is that they hopefully just. I mean, I guess like 9's supposed to be the last numbered game, and then they can still remake. Because we got 4 coming up, they can still remake the actual first game.
Yeah.
They could still remake Code Veronica.
Right.
They could do 0, which is like a prequel. That's like the first team that gets sent up to the mansion that the original game starts with them going to like get back up to.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think they should totally remake 5 and 6 and just see if they can make them good games this time.
6 is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically going to make an entire different game to take 6's place. Like 5 you could fix by changing some things. 6 you have to make a different game that's just called 6.
Yeah, for sure.
But, alright, there we go.
Yeah, that's the stream.
Well, Afternoon Tune, I assume you are not there anymore, but I hope you have a good evening. Thank you for hanging out with us. Ugh. Well, and Resident Evil Village is well and truly over now.
Well,
there you go.
Cool.
I mean, Resident Evil's not going anywhere as a series.
Well, yeah, the series it's a little bit of a renaissance now.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
What are we going to be chasing the dragon in next?
Next week, Alex, you're not going to be here.
Yep.
You got some election coverage to focus on.
Yep.
So we're going to be playing.
I do like the horse race. No,
so we're going to be playing Mortal Shell.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do we're literally just going to do an extra rapid respawn next Tuesday.
Nice.
But all right, awesome.
Nah, but Brazil's been crazy, dude.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, things are melting down there.
I mean, we knew it was coming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was laying the groundwork for it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that the Supreme Court overstepped their bounds a little bit and lended credence to those conspiracy theories by going absolutely ham on the censorship before the